Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 142 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
And on the other end, later, will be... But we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
We're checking it out, baby.
You hit those two in tandem? Yeah, nice. I don't think I realized that. I thought they were just back to back, but you're like, bam.
No, I try. I try. I'm not great with... We don't use these enough,
We don't.
But I try.
We started. Like, back in the day, we used to, like, hit them pretty frequently. And then it's just,
we did.
I don't know. What happened to us? Where did we veer from the soundboard path?
We got comfortable, bro.
It's true.
We got comfortable.
We do our own reactions. We don't even need that bullshit.
We need some better ones, and then we overuse like one or two for like a while. And
they get played out. Yeah.
I don't know. I need to revamp that whole shit, and we'll get back to it.
Let's do that. I like that.
How you feeling though? How you showing up, bro?
I'm good, baby. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go. I got this fucking compound V flowing through me. Like, I don't even know what's about to happen.
How was your Thanksgiving cook?
It was good. I just football and dinner and family. You know, normal Thanksgiving shit. Nothing crazy. I remember when I was younger, I used to go out drinking like the night before Thanksgiving. I remember one Thanksgiving in particular, dude. I was so hungover. I was puking all day.
Yeah.
I couldn't eat. Like, my Thanksgiving was literally ruined because I felt like I had to go super hard the night before. And that was when I was like early 20s, like when you could start drinking at bars and shit. And you're just like, oh yeah, this is the thing to do. And then I did that before a Thanksgiving and before a Christmas one year, hungover on Christmas, probably the same year. And it ruined both of my shits. So I'm like a bitch on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't do shit. On the day I'll drink, but the night before,
Thanksgiving weekend is like the biggest party weekend.
It is.
Of the year.
Yeah.
Apparently. I never really took part in it. Can't really remember. But I don't know. I'm same shit, man. I don't really do much anymore. But Thanksgiving this past week was awesome for me because it's been a while since my family got together, like my mom, you know, my siblings and stuff. And we finally did it this year. So it was a little bit like we had to, you know, jump around a little bit, like went to my family and then went to my girl's family. But it was dope because it felt like we held it at my sister's house. My mom cooked the entire meal, so everything was what I remember, you know, from when I was a kid, you know, down to the stuffing, because like nobody does stuffing anymore because, you know, they do dressing because apparently I wasn't aware, but at some point there were people were saying, oh, well, you know, if you put that in the raw turkey,
could absorb some of the bacteria.
Yeah, and it's just fully, like, dude, that shit is all fucking cooked at high ass fucking temperatures. Like, the shit is all cooking at the same time. That shit is not surviving.
The bird's cooked. The stuffing should be cooked as
well. Exactly. So whatever. So I enjoy when my mom makes that shit. Yeah. So everything, like I filled up at my mom's house or at my sister's house because my mom cooked everything, and I was just like, oh my God, this is fucking hard. Amazing. And we were talking about it before hitting record. That made me feel like, fuck, I need to learn this stuff, and I need to cook these things the way that I enjoy them. Yeah. Because, like, one, obviously, like, I could do that for my kids and my family, and then, you know, that could be our thing. And two, like, my mom's not going to be here forever.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And as we get older, I'm pushing 40. You know what I mean? So, like, at some point, you know, like, I need to learn how to cook that shit. Yeah. You know? So
otherwise they'll just be living in your memories. You need to be
able
and
then
to
I wouldn't be like
I'd
be
searching practice
for it.
That shit too. Don't like do it once and then be like, oh, I got it. Like
make
that shit once a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like make meals, like just Puerto Rican meals constantly.
Pick a day. This is Puerto Rican Day every week. Family.
Because then it still wouldn't even consistently be that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just like pick a dish.
Pick a dish.
A week or whatever. Because, like, honestly, like, with me and my girl right now, we don't have, like, set out meals or anything like that. We're always on the fly.
Yeah.
Trying to figure shit out.
That's tough. That gets exhausting. Just trying to figure out what's for dinner.
And you know what we land on a lot? Pasta.
It's easy.
Just
quick.
Pasta with sauce. And, you know, the kids love it, but it's still like...
Carbs.
I'm like, fuck. No, like, I just want...
I need meat and potatoes. Like, I can do pasta like
I need
once
meal,
a week.
like an actual meal. And even if I'm the one that's like cooking it, it's like, fuck, you know? Because, I mean, when I do that pretty often at home, but it's never anything like crazy like that.
If
like,
I
you
do
know,
pasta,
how we remember it as a kid.
It's like bread and pasta and salad. Like, I have to make it like a whole thing because just like a bowl of pasta or something is not going to do it.
We usually do like pasta, a fruit or vegetable.
A fruit? That's so
well, it's just
crazy.
like well, it's just because we have the kids. And we want to make
they
sure
have
that
to have
they
a balanced.
that
diet.
they have
Sure.
something in there that they enjoy. You know, that's healthy.
Gotcha.
Ish. You know what I mean? But
like
I don't know.
Canned peaches.
No, not even canned.
Fruit
it's
cocktail.
Just fresh
fruit cocktail and
fresh
that syrup, bro. It's so gross, dude. We had to eat that shit. But then you'd find the little cherry in there and be like, oh, word?
That cherry fucked.
That cherry did fuck, bro. God damn.
The one you're talking about.
Yeah. I don't know what it came in, but I remember eating it somehow
Sitting
as a
in
kid.
juice.
Like a thick syrup, too. It was gross as fuck. Thinking back
that's
on
the difference.
it.
That's the difference.
I mean, like,
yeah.
now it's gross, but like back then it was like, oh, shit.
No,
the
that's
fruit
the
was all
difference. Because like
mushy.
if you buy canned fruit, like it's either sitting in juice or it's sitting in syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we get the juice. Juice is fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be better. They used to just be in like straight sucrose, thick, fucking so gross, dude. And they feed us that shit all day.
That shit
So
is
here
still
you go.
available, cuz.
Lunch lady slapping that shit on your plate. The fuck online.
Man. But nah, all in all, it was a good Thanksgiving.
I like that.
Yeah, got to hang out with family, but definitely. And it's like I keep waiting for me to have like a house.
It's coming?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. But I keep waiting for like that's the time when I'm gonna learn all this. And it's just like nah. I gotta start doing that shit like ASAP.
Start prepping for the crib. So that once you're in the crib, then you're just banging out the dishes
Yeah.
like it ain't no thing. Like, oh, I know what I'm doing.
All I'm doing is investing in a smoker when I get the crib.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah.
Gotta.
Dad's gonna be the chef.
Briskets,
I just need
ribs.
shit to keep my mind off of stuff anyway, most of the time.
That's why old men get smokers, to keep their mind off of how shitty life is.
You know what though?
That's why I want one.
Every time I keep looking at smokers is like, yeah, the only time where you're thinking about how, you know, keeping your mind off of it is while you're priming it and, you know, seasoning it. But then once it's in the
just
smoker,
letting it
that shit
sit.
is just in there for
Well,
like
no.
hours.
Then you get the Bluetooth like thermometer. You get the app, and you're fucking with the app, and you're checking on it.
See, I don't be knowing.
At some point, they're probably gonna have cameras in that bitch, so you can watch that shit smoking and shit.
Oh, that left side looks dry.
Dads
as
will
fuck.
eat that bitch up. I would.
That's gonna be me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Gonna
saying.
be me.
Yep.
I want to open up that rack of ribs and pull the bone out. Be like, yes.
Slide the
you're
bone
welcome.
out.
Yep.
Make your own McRib. Witch.
Nah, that bullshit ass.
Nah, bullshit. This thing's gross. Have you had one of those? Have you had a
At some
McRib?
point, I have.
When I was young, I had one. I remember thinking it was going to be like ribs, and it was just that disgusting pork patty. And I was like,
shit
this is
doesn't-
the most gross shit
Yeah, that
I've
shit
ever seen
doesn't-
in my life.
The only things I get excited for in at a restaurant is the steak, egg, and cheese bagel. I still fuck with that. Everything else is pretty much regular. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you had a burger, you just have, okay, this is a fast food burger. The fast food burger from this place, it's just a little bit better. I'm in the mood for that one. That's really what it comes down to. But I don't get excited for that shit. Maybe some Taco Bell shit.
Some new Taco Bell shit.
Yeah, you know, It's Waco Bell, baby.
Taco Bell. You eat the fries at Taco Bell?
Oh, those are fire.
I've never had them. They always look
they're good.
nice and seasoned and crunchy.
They're nice and seasoned. They're definitely seasoned. They have a nacho flavor to them, and then you get them in that little cheese sauce.
Oh, you dip them in the sauce?
Yeah, well, it comes with a little cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, nacho cheese dip for the fries. It comes with it. So they're actually one of the best fries from a fast food joint.
Did you have wings
I did
from
not.
Taco Bell when
No,
they came out?
I did not. No.
I didn't either.
I don't think our market had them.
Do you remember eating McDonald's wings? Did you have McDonald's wings? Yeah, a long time ago. It's been a minute.
You know what I had?
They were fire. Those
you know
were
what I
good
had
wings.
recently that I was just like, why? I asked my girl, like, why the fuck did you order these?
What'd you get?
She ordered Pizza Hut.
Yep.
But got the Pizza Hut wings.
Ooh.
And then was like, and she wasn't a fan of them. I'm just like,
they're
why
just
the fuck
slimy
would you?
and like they just bake them, right? Like it's like Domino's where they run them through that same pizza
They run them
oven.
through, they run them through the same pizza oven.
Yeah, that's
when I
gross.
worked at Pizza Hut, I would take them out, put them halfway.
Oh
in
yeah,
just
no,
to get
I would
the
run them
double.
through a couple. When I worked at Domino's, I would fucking run my wings through like 2.5 times just to get them fucking crispy. But at Domino's, I used to
just
eat
tiny.
the chicken kickers. Do you remember the buffalo spicy breaded
wasn't a
nuggets from Dom?
Domino's.
Oh
No.
my god, I could eat 30 of them a day,
Yeah,
and I
wasn't a
probably
Domino's,
did.
dude.
Disgusting.
We had Pizza Hut. We would always order Pizza Hut.
Some of the Pizza Huts, like when I was in California, the Pizza Hut there had the Wing Street wings.
Yeah.
And they just have a normal fryer. Like so imagine like Pizza Hut pizza, which has a nostalgia to it. And it can be good, but with normal deep fried wings, oh, it hit big time.
We need to have I'm calling it now. Before you leave, we have to do a wing stop.
Wingstop?
Yeah, just we're gonna
there
go
a
somewhere.
Wingstop?
No, not a wing stop like
Oh,
like the
I was
fr-
gonna say, damn,
we need to chill
and get
and
some wings.
crush some wings, have some drinks.
Yeah.
And I was always saying Windjammers.
I was gonna say, are they
found out-
closed for the season or
I
are
found
they-
out it wasn't Windjammers this entire time.
what was it?
It's one that's like damn near next to it.
Is it Pelican's Nest?
Lakesiders.
Lakesiders.
That's where I've had wings where it was like amazing because it's the old Penny Arcade.
What if I went to that other place and I had their wings?
I keep
and
hearing
was
their
like,
wings
yo,
are. I keep hearing their wings are fire too, but the place that I keep referring to is Lakeside.
and that place is still open?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like even in the cold weather? Like
Yeah.
they have it
Yep.
inside. Okay.
yeah.
I'm down for
Actually, that would be a tradition because Danny, when he moved away to Florida, that's where we went just before he bounced. We had a bunch of drinks, crushed some wings,
Crush some wings.
and that's where I was put on to. I was like, "Fuck, these wings are dope."
yeah.
And haven't
And you've been
back
thinking
since
about them ever since.
ever since. 'Cause
Hyping 'em. Hyping 'em.
I don't do bars by myself anymore.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's no need.
No,
Sure you got other stuff going on?
a lot of shit. a lot of shit. All right, man.
All right, what do we got?
We've been
Been bullshitting,
bullshitting
for
for
too
a little
long.
bit. It's all good. Let's do it.
Question.
Ask me what I got. What do you got, homie?
All right. Let's go hard. First question. Would you rather have an outie belly button or an uncircumcised dick?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Do you have an outie?
I do not know.
Thank God. So gross.
Yeah, I would rather have an uncircumcised dick.
Oh, no. See, I don't know if I would rather have an uncircumcised dick. Like, outie belly buttons are gross, but I feel like uncircumcised dicks can weird chicks out. Like, I don't want to give chicks any reason to not want my dick any less than they already do. It's like, it's just so, you got to pull the skin back and gross.
Honestly, when you get to that point, my assumption is that it's gonna be.
It's too late.
It's just on. It's just on. It's
She's
on.
got no choice.
If
But
she
that's
has any reserves,
that's a one and done though. If she, if you don't wifey it or anything like that, like she's gonna be like, yeah, it's good, but it's so much dick skin. Didn't care for it. It's so gross.
you have a higher chance of getting laid because once it's there, it's just like, oh, fuck it. Because that's not going to be the first time she comes across an uncircumcised dick.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of chicks
Dude,
see
we are not
uncircumcised dicks, dude.
teenagers. We're not 20-year-olds. And these
I
girls
feel
who have
like-
been dating for a while have seen all dicks.
ladies, comment on this post and let us know what kind of dicks you see most frequently. My money's on uncircumcised dick. I'm going to say 85% of dicks circumcised.
Yes, I would probably agree with you on that.
It's a good number.
However, I think because obviously everybody likes to comment on that shit. I think that the biggest complaint that I've seen from anyone talking about this is the fact that motherfuckers don't clean their shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody always says it's smegma.
That's
what they call
smegma.
it.
Yeah. Smegma's a real thing. You're talking like it's imaginary, but no, it's an actual, it's gross.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's motherfuckers who don't clean their shit.
Sure.
So I'd rather deal with that and then rather than an outie belly button where it's visible, dude. It's like,
but I mean, no one if they're gonna see your uncircumcised dick, they're gonna see your belly button too. So
there's
like,
a chance that they see your unbelly button, your
your uncircumcised belly button. Yes,
your outie belly button, and be disgusted before they even touch your dick.
So they see the belly, they're like running their hands down your stomach, and they feel the outie belly button, and then they're like, "Nope, I'm done. I'm just going home." They don't even get to your uncircumcised. Imagine if you had these poor guys out here with both. They have an outie, and they're listening to this shit right now, like. These motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm sure it exists, but they probably have a balding hairline.
If you got both of them,
kind of shit.
comment on this shit and let us know that we some bitches for talking about your outie and your uncircumcised ass dick. Should have got your shit clipped when you were a baby like the rest of us, like an adult.
I remember I knew some dude that got his shit his
Bro,
shirt circumcised in like
there's
his
a
20s.
window. There's a window of like 15 minutes when you're born. If it's not done then, don't even fucking bother. Just let that shit ride because that's gonna be painful.
But then they're fucking getting humiliated all the time thinking about their fucking uncircumcised dick. And
they should. It's gross. They should be embarrassed, but you can't do anything. It's too late.
Yeah.
Blame your parents.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you really can do.
People used to think of that as like a Jewish thing, but like it just became the
into,
norm at some point. And they say that uncircumcised dudes, there's more feeling during sex because of that skin. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Get rid of that skin when you're a baby because it's gross and it looks weird. Even when you're watching porn, do you want to see an uncircumcised dick in porn? No. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not the norm. I feel you there.
I wonder if it was at some point. Like, I don't watch a lot of 70s porno, but I feel like maybe that was the peak for uncircumcised dicks.
It's like seeing hairy bushes now.
Right. Imagine an uncircumcised dick and a super hairy bush just going at it. That was 70s porn in a nutshell. I'm sure of it. Haven't seen a lot, but based on what I have seen, it's pretty close. It's pretty accurate, yeah.
All right.
And a lot of close-ups of the guy's face, like he's sweating and looking up like he's busting.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you need to? Why do they need to do that? Like there was so much.
No.
Even up until 70s, 80s, and 90s, really getting those like tight shots on the dude's face when they're for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, I lost my bone now. Thanks. Good looks.
Yo, so
These fucking porn
that makes me
editors.
laugh because I came across this on Pornhub. So on Pornhub, you know how you go you find random ass porn or whatever.
Yeah.
It seemed like a regular ass porn, guy and a girl going at it. I noticed that they were showing the dude a little bit more. Okay. I'm like, why the fuck is this going on? And then you know how after like when you get out of the expanded mode, it'll show you like if it's a series or whatever, or there's some inkling that it's a series.
Yeah,
it was a series. I forgot what it's called, obviously, because I don't give a fuck about it. But it was a series where it seemed like it was like that was a thing. Like for straight guys to watch a porn and then or some shit, and it focuses more on the guy than on the girl. And I'm like, why is this a thing?
Who's the audience for that?
I don't know. Like maybe women?
Bi dudes that are like, maybe I don't want to watch gay porn, but if I could watch this dude bang this chick, but they show more of the dude, that's cool.
I'm thinking it's more of the women who watch porn.
Okay.
Like regular porn. And
Sure.
maybe that's who their audience
That's the
is.
female gaze.
Correct.
That's not the male gaze, which we're used to. That's for the ladies.
Correct.
Ladies, comment if you like that.
And it was more like, and I noticed, I'm like, it's more of the missionary, and then you're
Sure.
just like looking at the dude more.
Like he's
and
sweating
it's more,
over you, like
and
the-
it like pans behind and shit as he's like in missionary. I'm like,
Well,
yo,
and there's
what
like
the
balls.
fuck
So
is
there's
this?
balls. Like all you're seeing is
It's
balls.
just male ass and woman's legs wrapped around it and shit. I'm just like,
What was
all right,
the name
what
of
the
this?
I can't. I don't know, dude. I came across this shit and I'm like, this is like, why is it showing the dude?
Why?
And then I got out and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is
That's what it's supposed to do.
that's what it's supposed to do. It was a series.
I've seen a lot of weird genres, a lot of weird shit, but I can honestly say that is not something I've seen before.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
That's fair.
Yeah,
fair.
it was a surprise to me, and it was the worst. It wasn't good at all.
So you're sticking uncircumcised dick?
Rather than an outie belly button, yeah.
I don't think I feel like an outie is just there's no smegma on an outie, first of all, which I think is a plus.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to worry about extra
Rocco's doing
cleaning
fine.
and stuff. Well, I wasn't going to call him. I was, just for the record, Rocco, I was not going to say anything.
He's put that out himself.
It was in my head. I was not going to go there. And my man Wok, he did it. So that's
He's put
that.
that out himself.
Okay. No, that's fair. No, he is. He's very proud of it.
he's very proud of it.
I thought I was above that. I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to I felt like I was punching down on Rocco.
Why is he punching down on Rocco?
Because of his poor dick.
I mean, he's happy about it. Like, what's wrong with it?
He makes two. He does
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
He's got more
he
kids
makes
than
two.
me. That's fair.
Oh, fuck. So it doesn't even prevent you from having kids. Like, what the fuck is the
No.
good of it?
Yeah, right?
What's the point?
Wonder if he has an Audi. I'm going to check.
There's someone out there with foreskin, an Audi, bald, like wearing the George Costanza hairline, and anything else that you could fucking name. Probably cockeyed too.
Email that picture to walkinsensitiveculture@gmail.com and we'll be the judge of that.
Oh shit. that's horrible.
Yeah. Next question. Would you rather know the lyrics to every song ever or get $5,000?
$5,000. How the fuck do I need to know the lyrics for every
I mean, but
song ever?
wouldn't that be kind of cool though? Like, you know, you're in the car, a song comes on the radio, and you just know every word to it. You don't like, you could sing along to it if you want. Any wild raps that you like all of your favorite artists, like there's no question about it. You know every word.
Yeah. I've been around those people and they are annoying as fuck.
The people that feel like because they know it,
Every
they have
time
to
a new
rap it
song
or
comes
sing
out,
it
they
or-
have to sing every fucking word.
Yeah. So
The
instead of,
only time where that would be useful is if you were really fucking into karaoke, which I am not.
you wouldn't even need.
You wouldn't even need the shit.
You could, yeah.
grab the mic and start walking around.
Oh, that'd be
all loose.
great, and
It'd
that'd be
cool.
impressive.
It'd be cool.
That'd be impressive.
I mean, I guess you can turn that into something
I feel like there's some money
to
to be made
there.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Like that. That's a talent that I feel like. Isn't there like a game show where like you're supposed to finish the lyric? Have you ever seen that? It's like, I don't know if it's on like the basic,
I don't know if it's on
13 or
anymore, but I
10,
think
but
yeah.
I'd be like, that was the whole game, bro. You would just go on there and it doesn't matter. You're winning because unless you tie with somebody, but even if there's a face off, you're going to know everything. So
Yeah.
I feel like you could cash in on that for sure. But I feel like you could probably
Be
make
a
more than
music historian or
$5,000.
some shit.
You get an easy 5
Yeah,
Gs
you're right.
and be
No,
like,
you
yo,
persuaded me.
I got 5,000.
I'd rather know every fucking lyric.
I mean, if it were like 50,000, if they're like, hey, 50,000 or know every lyric, give me the 50 Gs.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
5, it's like, sure, it would be cool.
I can turn that into something else. Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could write music just because you have that fucking knowledge in your head of all those lyrics. Like, you're a smart ass dude.
Yeah. That's true.
Cash that ass in.
Cash that shit out. Absolutely.
Word.
Turn into, I don't know, turn into something content based.
Absolutely.
Word.
You do like a TikTok or channel where you're like,
you're
I'll
lip syncing.
Right.
You don't have to memorize anything because you know the
you
fucking
would
words.
kill it, bro. Like, because lip syncing, we've talked about lip syncing videos. Those are hard as a bitch to do.
Yeah.
But if
I
you
did
know
a
every
little
lyric,
bit today, but it was cheating.
it was a little bit, but
It was cheating.
That's still
it was
dope.
A couple words. couple words.
Still impressive.
Right. So it's like, yeah, I feel you. That can be now, especially like you mentioned, TikTok, just lip syncing shit. People, it's weird how with TikTok, the shit that people gravitate to, like some people that have a huge audience on TikTok, and the shit that they do, it's unfathomable how they even got to that point. Because like literally like their whole thing is like lip syncing. And people just keep on throwing out more shit that they want them to lip sync. And you can make a living off of that. So that would make me definitely much more money.
See?
It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Wild.
Takes a long. I'm gonna start lip syncing
That's what I said.
today.
If only you knew all the lyrics.
If only I knew all the lyrics.
Oh, well.
I wouldn't have to put so much effort. You picking the same shit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like it would be nice because like there's so many lyrics that I sing wrong just because like that's what I thought it was as a kid. Like part of growing up is like listening to music that you listened to growing up and be like, oh, those weren't the words. Like that's not what they said.
Just don't be a pretentious asshole.
No, I would never correct anybody. Like I correct myself. Like, I like knowing. I guess I feel superior in my own head because I know what the actual lyrics are. Like I would never call anybody out or do anything whack like that. But yeah, no, I like to know. I like to be right, even if it's in my own head.
Yeah, it's just like how I scoff at people when they say, hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. What the fuck?
Right.
It's Tony
Danza. Yeah. We all know that. Like people get wild and they think they know shit, but yeah, no, Tony Danza's, he probably makes a lot of money off that. Like he's got to get a residual, right? Every time that song plays. Yeah.
It has his name.
Tony Danza, right? And did he have to sign off on that, you think?
That song is older than probably he is, so I'm thinking he named himself after that.
I don't think that song's older than... So wait, Tony Danza was named after the Elton John song? Is that what... That's breaking news right here. That's fucking crazy to me. Tony Danza's got to be like 80 now, bro. Like it was written during the Depression. They needed some hope. Hold me closer, Tony
for those
Danza.
of you who don't understand the joke, yes, it is. It really is "Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer."
Yeah, no, we would have had some Elton John fans coming in hating, son. Like,
Hating
what the
on
fuck
us,
do you
son.
mean? This is...
Yeah, Elton John, listener of the show.
Yeah, we fuck with Elton.
We fuck with you. We're just fucking around. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
We're not too crazy over here.
Freak out, man.
Freak out, man.
What do we got?
All right, we're gonna get Johnny back on.
Chia. We'll be back.
Oh, nope. Before we get to that third question, can we ask about this Popeyes turkey?
Oh, the Popeye story. He was in a good mood. Now you done fucked it up.
He's like,
Is this
nah,
going
I'll
in the
tell
show?
you afterward.
Because you talked about that
this
on
going
air
in the
last
show?
week, didn't you? You mentioned it. We talked specifically about the
I
Popeyes
did.
turkey.
You don't have to. You don't have to. if you
So
don't
that's
want
why I want to know if it's going in the show, then I'll say it in a way. If it's not, then I'll just talk shit.
to. We are already recording the show, so
Okay.
Yeah, well, as am I, but I could edit.
We don't.
shit
I guess we
out
don't need
at all
specifics until afterward.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
you do the editing, so
times. Yeah, true that. So I'll decide how hard I want to go. So yeah, I mentioned last week how I was mad hype because Popeye's chicken or turkey rather was supposed to make its way, the Cajun turkey, pre-cooked, which I imagine means pre-fried, right? Because that's all they do there.
Yeah.
But it was definitely pre-cooked, whichever. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't deep fried. I don't know how they do it, but regardless,
I
it
know where
was a
this is
pre-cooked turkey, pre-cooked, pre-seasoned, and all that. You just gotta literally like defrost it and
And heat it,
warm it up.
basically.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's not even like like you got to defrost a turkey like 24 hours or whatever beforehand.
Right.
I don't think it's that long. Like it's like 2 hours and you're good. So, anyways, we was hype, At least I was, because I
Sure.
fucking love Popeyes.
Fuck yeah.
Popeyes is shit.
That Cajun jump off.
Yeah. And so the instructions that I was given was to go to a specific Popeyes in Henrietta. I had to wait until 6 p.m. the night before Thanksgiving because they were closed on Thanksgiving. But for some reason, we had to wait until 6 p.m. to pick it up. And as luck would have it, I, of course, was running behind time.
Sure.
Big shocker. Even more so now with baby in tow.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to go to a friend's house. I was honestly supposed to be there like much earlier, like 3 or 4 o'clock for Friendsgiving. We were going to do Friendsgiving the night before. And so I was, supposed to drop baby and wife off there early. And then I was, going to leave to pick up the turkey, drop it off at my parents' house, etc. A lot of shit happened in the morning that just threw everything behind and slowed things down. So now it's like 5:30, almost 6 o'clock, and I'm still haven't gone to my friend's house to even drop my wife and daughter off. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make it, and if I do, like it's just gonna mess things all up. So I hit my brother up, my oldest brother, and I was like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. Can you go scoop up this turkey? This is the information. Apparently all you have to do is say this person's name that ordered it, and you'll be able to pick it up. And he was like, oh shit, I was about to eat dinner now. Let me call them and see like what time they're open till.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, good luck with that. Cause I tried calling like almost every Popeyes from over here before I left, and nobody picked up the phone. So I was like, yeah, good luck with that. Let's see. But if I was you, I would just go. Anyways, he does call, and he does get through, and then he calls, he gets through, and someone says, oh yeah, you coming to pick up turkey? Okay. What's the name on the order? So he gives them the name, and they're like, oh, yep, I see the information right here. But it says here, like, do you know if this person paid for the turkey? Because I don't see anything here about it being paid. And let me just, let me go check the back. Yeah, there's no turkeys left.
Oh. That's not where I thought this was going.
So then my brother, calls this person up and is like, did you pay for this turkey? And they're like, no, I'm not from Rochester, so I didn't walk into the store. I called and I placed the order, but they told me they wouldn't take my money over the phone. I had to pay for it when I picked it up. So you just like pre-ordered a turkey, basically.
Right. Not even any money down. You just put in your
not
name
even money down. You just
list.
put your name down on the list.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And apparently you had to wait until 6 p.m. to pick it up. Like, I don't know. That seems fishy as hell, because if you haven't paid, then it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
From what I know. So why the hell would you wait till the end of the day on the day before Thanksgiving? I don't know. But that was the information given. So they called back and they were like, oh yeah. I'll call around to other stores and see if they got any left. But
the night before Thanksgiving,
we got
6
the
p.m.
night before Thanksgiving. And what really got me about this, like what got me more perturbed about the whole thing, was just like, wait a minute, you didn't tell anyone that this was not paid for.
Right.
Like, imagine me just walking into the store
and then you got to drop like $80 on a turkey.
And they're like, yeah, it's not, it's in $90. Please pay. And I'm like, no, bitch, this shit is paid for. And then I would have had to go through that whole thing. Or worse, I sent my brother. Imagine if he wouldn't have called and he shows up and they're like, nah, son, this is fucking $90. Like, you got to pay. And he's like, where the fuck I'm going to pull out $90 like last minute from? So it's just like it felt very
Poorly planned.
I don't want to say disrespectful, but it was definitely poorly planned. No thought behind it. And then, of course, as I assumed, what would happen is exactly what happened is afterwards, this person is blaming Popeyes for the situation as if it's their fault.
So
And I'm like, come on, son. Like, you fucked up.
this all begs the question of what you did for a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Good question. No turkey. Thankfully, there was foresight to have both a turkey and a pernil. So it ended up just being pernil.
Okay.
Which, for myself, I was like,
Word.
obviously, I was totally hyped about the pernil. No big deal. As we know, I'm a big pernil fan. But also, I have two Thanksgivings. I have Thanksgiving at my parents' house, and I have Thanksgiving at my in-laws' house, and I split it every year. We do both, one earlier and one more in the evening. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have turkey regardless. So sucks to be y'all for fucking this up, but at least I had pernil. It's the first Thanksgiving I think in my entire life that I did not have any
I fuck with
poultry at all. I mean, I was like, yo, let's just go get like a rotisserie chicken or some shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
some kind of bird.
Yeah, but it went down. It was fine. We still ate. We still had a good time, but not what I expected. So now next year, got to do it all fucking over.
We thought there
again.
was
And
going
this
to be
time, I'm
Popeye
in charge
sides
of
and
this
shit. We thought there was going to be like mashed potato with like the rice and shit and the biscuits. There wasn't shit.
It was zero Popeye's love.
Love them biscuits from Popeye.
So I thought that whoever got the turkey didn't know it was pre-cooked and they just overcooked the fuck out of it.
That's what I thought it was going to go to.
That's what I thought had happened, but this was actually worse than that.
It was much
You didn't
worse
even
than that.
get to
It was zero turkey, bro.
fucks with that turkey.
Because at some point you would have looked at it and been like, yo, why is that shit so in the oven for so long?
Right.
Just
man.
have
That
one of those
actually-
blackened. It's blackened.
I don't know what's worse, actually. That might have been
Popeye shit.
worse if they would have went down that way. Like you actually
probably.
get the Popeye's turkey and then someone ruined it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would probably been tight. I would have been super tight at that.
But it's
This one, I
Cajun.
was just like, oh, fuck it. What are you going to do? People are dumb. They make stupid mistakes, whatever.
That's what people do when it's burned. They just burn it to
Yeah.
a crisp and go, it's Cajun. But it says it's Cajun.
And it is Cajun.
But
It says
Popeyes
Cajun
has
right
that
on
new
it.
blackened chicken sandwich that they're fucking with.
Oh, yeah.
So bad. All right. Well, I'm even with that, I'm glad at least you had a good Thanksgiving, even with being annoyed.
Yeah,
by
for
that.
sure.
But
Yeah.
especially being the
Still
little
a good
princess's first Thanksgiving. She won't remember it.
She'd be like, Daddy, tell
She
me
ain't gonna
about the
remember.
first time we
She
had
don't eat salads
Popeye's
yet.
turkey. Like, well, sweetheart, it's a long story.
Yeah.
Hop up
Y'all-
on my lap.
y'all eating pernil. She's drinking Similac.
Right.
That's awesome though. All right, so So you
got
made
the-
it in time for the third question.
Woo! Let's go.
What's what do you got?
Okay. Would you accept $1 million to be deported from the U.S.? You can never come back, but you get to take one person with you.
One person.
One person. Just one.
Just one.
Just
Fuck.
one person. $1 million and one person.
I mean, I would have to say no
I
because
was gonna say, yeah, you can't leave all your kids and your family.
I'd be like, if we had no kids together, if we had no kids, or if my kids were adults, then I'd be like, yeah, me and my girl, we'd move to the UK, whatever, $1 million, like we'd be good. But I can't leave my kids.
No.
You be good, Papito.
take all the
I'll send
pets?
some money back your
All the
way.
pets.
What'd you say?
You be good, Papito. I'll send some money back your way.
Yeah, I'll send you. Yeah. Just live with your grandparents.
FaceTime every week. You're just balling out coconut drinks and shit.
Yeah. We'll send you money. We'll send money.
We got you.
It's okay.
Your college paid for.
Nah, $1 million don't go as far as
Nah,
you would like for it nowadays.
It's MCC
Right.
though.
Yeah. College paid for
Well,
it.
then, yes.
Yeah.
College
Community
That-
college.
That tracks. That
Community
tracks.
college is paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that reason, because I have 3 kids, man. I can't
Right.
I can't do that.
Johnny would have a pretty tough choice too.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be tough.
You can
I guess
but
Sounds like
I'd have
he's
to leave
thinking
my
about it,
wife
though.
behind.
Leave the wife. Yeah. You and your daughter start a new life. And
well, leave the wife behind. You have to leave them behind, but doesn't mean that she can't fly over there herself.
She just can't live in the same house. She has to live down the block. Come visit.
Oh, I didn't think
Sleepovers.
about that. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can't use the $1 million to bring them over.
Technically, that's cheating. The question.
Sounds like that's cheating.
They have to pay their own way.
I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to-
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
That's
to.
fair.
You know,
Stay in the good old US of
families
A.
fucking ruin everything. You obviously you're gonna take
I was
it.
just gonna say,
You're
yeah,
gonna take it.
I'm
It's just
taking
you
that
and Ash.
mill. Me, Ash, and Cliff, and we're
That's the third person.
going. No, that's not
Yeah.
a third person. It's just that's like Ted. It's not an actual person. It's just a little cutie.
Okay. I don't
Damn.
know.
So
if it
you're gonna
works that
leave
way.
everybody behind. You leave your whole family behind for $1 million.
I mean, they can come visit sometimes if they want.
Bro,
I mean,
let me
and you
tell
leave
you.
the states behind. Like,
do you know how many
that's a
Deutschmarks
tough
that is
one,
if we move to Berlin?
Let me tell you. If it, let's say theoretically,
Yeah.
right?
Then
If
you
I
gotta
didn't
learn
have, if I didn't have kids, if I didn't have kids, right, and it was just Jillian and I,
Yeah.
absolutely, I would
Oh, fuck
fucking
yeah.
be out. I would not.
Yeah?
No. Everybody else I'd be in contact with, you know.
Where would you go though? Canada? Maybe just go to Canada. I mean,
go to
that's
the
a different
UK.
country, right?
UK.
Get deported from the U.S. and just live in like fucking Ontario.
That's
You're in
true too.
Toronto.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's,
all right.
That's true too. Canada wouldn't be so bad. But I was
Canada
thinking
would
the
probably-
UK.
yeah. Canada would probably be the best route.
I go to
It's
like go
the
see
most
Obi-Wan.
like the U.S.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you go to
I wouldn't mind that.
Tijuana.
I don't know.
Nah.
And you get free health
Toronto-
insurance, so you'd be covered.
Toronto or Tijuana. You got to pick one.
Toronto all day.
I don't know, son. Toronto be
I don't know.
Or
pretty
Tijuana?
crazy.
Tijuana?
man.
Nah, I'm good.
Tijuana
on
looks
Tijuana.
chill though.
Nah, where? What parts of Tijuana?
All the
Yeah.
parts of Tijuana.
What parts
Wherever
of Tijuana?
Ben Affleck learned to speak his Mexican accent, that's where I want to go. I want to learn like Ben.
The affluent places in Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah,
The
is that
fuck?
does that exist?
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
that's not a real thing.
I mean, I'm sure there are very high end places everywhere that you go, but it's not. I think you have to take into account like the governments and shit. Because like I was watching, I was
Narcos.
watching. There are certain that like I think Nicky Jam. He's a reggaeton artist. He's a Puerto Rican reggaeton artist, and he had a movie and stuff, but it was based on his actual life, and he moved to Bogota, Colombia when his career took a dip. And he moved to Colombia in order to bring his career back up or whatever, because he felt like there were a lot of people there who still fucked with his music. And he's like, yo, if I could win these people over, I can win over the world. So when he moved there were like little things, like he was living there, he was fine, and he was living okay. But like little things like, yeah, the cartel still, there are some people
Still
over
running
there
shit,
where they run shit. So like, the cartel would call for him, like the big bosses
to come play a
to-
birthday party or some shit.
yeah, or some shit, and to like
you
fuck
have
with
to, or
them,
else
and
you're gonna
yeah,
get fucking
exactly.
strung
Like
up
you
from
have
a
to.
bridge
So
somewhere.
like if they're like even if there are great neighborhoods, like and you are a person that's
It's
trying
still
to
a
stay
very
under the radar,
corrupt government, a corrupt police force.
you are still very much. And if you have any kind of money and things like
yeah, no,
that, like,
Toronto sounds more chill.
exactly.
For sure.
Well, no, and that's why I said like the UK, UK looks, like it's dope. If you live out there, obviously it's more of a foreign country, I think, than like
Yeah,
Canada. I think Canada
My only
would
press
would
against
feel
the
more
UK
like home.
would be like, as someone who consistently mentions how the 1800s weren't very friendly to people that look like you, I don't think the UK is still very friendly to people that look like you.
Really? Is the
I
UK?
wouldn't have-
It's
I
not
wouldn't
the
have assumed
UK get down like that?
I wouldn't have assumed that because there are
I mean, there's obviously it's not all white. I mean, there's
there's a
plenty
lot of
people
minorities from out there.
There's a lot of minorities there,
nationalities.
but lot of nationalities there, but still very racist. Still very racist.
I feel like
country
more so
from
France
what I
than
hear.
anywhere else. I feel like maybe less so in the UK, but French people, for some reason, I feel like there's a
definitely.
they're
Yes,
still stuck in those
definitely.
old
They're still calling
Jim
their
Crow
soccer players
ways.
monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think you called it. I think the best bet would be moving to Canada. Literally 2
I
hours
never
from
really
here.
think of Canada as
I know.
another country.
Correct.
It's
Yeah.
like
Because I
the
don't even need a
51st state.
passport to cross the border right now. Like I just
right.
I have an
Here's my
enhanced license.
I have
I
a
can go into
special
Toronto
license,
and I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm
So-
so used to just growing up and driving to Niagara Falls
Yeah.
that it never really felt like going to Canada was a long distance trip.
It's not.
Right. It's not like going to another country. I mean, even though we are, like, because of our
Right.
proximity, it just felt like driving to New York City
more of a
to
hassle.
see you is longer than like going to Ontario, Canada. Like it's so much closer, but it is technically
It's more of a hassle because you have to go through the border.
right.
they
And
have,
those
you know,
guys
all
are
that
always
stuff.
dicks
Yeah,
when
exactly.
you go through the border.
Exactly. Like that's the only real downside.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to go through
I went
customs
that
if you
border
fly
drunk
somewhere
so
else.
many times.
True. I don't know. I've never flown out of the country, so I've been to Canada, but it's only been in like limo buses and shit like that, like where it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
And those get a little bit more leeway
yeah.
than
They just don't
you
have the
know.
time to bug everyone. I feel
Right.
like,
Make
individually.
every
Or
they
unless
will,
they want to,
will.
like if they
I've had
if they
different
feel like there's
experiences.
something up, yeah, they'll be dicks like those Mounties.
Yeah, every time I've been on a limo bus across the border, well, I can say I've made it across the border in a limo bus twice, and once not. But every time that I have, it's always, oh, you guys, where are you guys going? Oh, you're going to the strip club. Yeah, everyone off the bus, and everyone bring their license up front. We got to run everyone's information. Pull over here while we run everyone's information first. Much more than like literally being drunk and driving across the border and just like giving them my I don't even think giving them my ID, just saying, yeah, I'm from the US. And they're looking in the car and okay, keep going. Limo buses has always been a problem. And then the one time that they sent me back across the border and everybody else on the limo bus got to go.
What?
Yeah,
Oh wait, was I
not
with
fun.
you on that one?
No, that was my friend Orlando's bachelor party.
Ah,
What'd you do?
I had a previous conviction, so I had a misdemeanor for unlicensed operator. That was my. I had once actually leaving Wax House. I got pulled over, and it was the 9th time that I had been pulled over without a license, and finally was like, "Yeah, we got to take you downtown, guy."
Why didn't you?
Because I was broke and I just skipped every single court. You know, every time they gave me a ticket for no license, I wouldn't go to court. Because I knew it was going to be a ridiculous amount of bills and I was broke. So I was like, nah.
So like you
and,
didn't have a valid license, or like your license wasn't on you?
No, I didn't have a valid license.
That's a lot
My
worse
license
than
had
just
been
like, oh, I'm at home
multiply
officer.
suspended. Yeah.
yo, side story.
sure.
Side story, right? I remember one time we were driving, I think, to Buffalo for one of our random ass fucking food trips, and I remember this motherfucker was going 90 on the highway, and this is the first time I've ever seen this. Right? He's going so fucking fast in his Honda Civic. He's going like 90 on the highway, and the cop came from the opposite way, cut through the little hill in the grass, like,
That happened to me on 90.
yo. And then he pulled him over, and he was like, "Oh, you were going 90." He was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Same here. He literally drove. There was no median. He just drove over the grass to come get me, and he was pissed.
This was like a fucking hill, like the scoop, everything.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, I'd never seen that in my fucking life, yo.
Yeah,
I remember seeing him from far away coming our direction. And I was just like, oh, he's about to go get somebody. No, I thought he was getting somebody on the other side until we pass him. And then I say, oh, shit, no, he's coming over here.
Shit, he's coming to get me. Then you punch that shit and you never look back.
And that's when we noticed to look out for the fucking wires at the top of the fucking highway and shit.
Yeah, the live wires. They have those signs up.
Yep. I was like, oh, shit.
Back in my law-breaking days.
Those were the days.
They sure were.
All right, so yeah, we would have to say just because of families. But if I was single, yeah, absolutely, I would.
Word.
Yeah, if I had no kids, I would. Yeah,
family
Canada seems like the perfect place to go. So like, all right, yeah,
if they let me back in.
Yeah, $1 million.
I'll
I'll 2 hours in, come visit me if you really wanted to.
There you go. Meet me at the border, say hi, we'll shake hands, and then
when you're in Toronto, let me know.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember the fast ferry used to take
we're all
you to
okay
Toronto?
with that. What'd you say?
Remember the fast ferry would take you from Rochester to Toronto?
Yeah. Did it actually go?
For like
5
6
days?
months.
5 trips? Yeah, that was it. How fast was it? Was it decently fast, though? Or not fast enough? Because people were like...
No, it was like only... I think you only saved like 40 minutes to an hour versus driving. Like it wasn't that much faster than driving.
That was the biggest fucking waste of money. I remember I was taking a salsa cruise over here where, you know, it was just like it's a party boat and they play like salsa music. You have drinks and shit. And it takes you a roundabout way, just like as you do this. And we passed the abandoned fucking ferry. Fast ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's just parked on the side, like it's just parked somewhere randomly abandoned,
Fast ferry's
completely
on land.
abandoned.
Haunted and shit.
It seems like it. It's just sitting there. Wasted money.
Oh, yeah.
Why is it there? Nobody repurposed it. Nothing. It was
Could we
just
strip
like,
it,
fuck
get the copper out of it, sell it?
I'm sure by now, this was years and years ago.
It's probably
I was
still
with
there.
my ex when we did that, so I can imagine that now it's just.
I think they sold it to somebody, some other country is using it now to cross a channel or something.
You know,
I'm glad somebody's using it.
For those of you who are not from Rochester, I recently my son is is doing the Scouts, and they had an event, and I didn't know the Around-the-Coit Mall or Medley Center was repurposed for a couple things. Like you can go there, right?
Like what?
Yeah, currently. Like it's like
there's lights and stuff around it, like on when I drive by on.
That's what I thought too.
104.
I was just like, oh, you know, like they're doing something, but no, like there was like a community center in there where you can just go in and like play basketball, play other shit.
Damn.
And there was a small section where you can kind of still see the abandoned part of the mall. And they just sectioned this part out, and then it's like another part is portion of like
funny.
a hospital or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like, I had no idea. I had no idea.
I'm glad it's being used for more than just gang shootouts.
Now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
He said gang shootouts. What the fuck?
That mall was bad. I always caught shit over there, bro.
Really?
That was one of the worst malls. I think that was the first one to shut down because there was always some bullshit popping off over there.
I don't remember any of that.
Because you were starting.
No, because that was the mall that I went to all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
you just
that
were
mall
used
was
to it.
definitely. It was usually the gang meetup to fight mall.
And then it became Greece after that one closed down. Yeah.
And then,
And then
Greece, yeah.
Henrietta and then Eastview will be the last one to become gang territory.
It's too far out there.
Yeah, it's too far. Nobody's going out there to
Nobody
fight.
driving out there for that. Let's find another location.
Charlotte Beach.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yes. Duran Beach is now
Duran
the
too,
new
yeah.
gang fighting spot
All of that is
in the
perfect.
Rochester area.
All right, so
Good times.
We've extended this for very long, so
Yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
what time it is.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
All right.
News
let's talk
clips.
some news. News clips. Let's talk some news here. Let's see. Did you guys hear about this European super cartel that was smashed? 49 people were arrested. Apparently, a super cartel of drug traffickers. 1/3 of the cocaine trade in all of Europe was taken down by Europol. I think this was yesterday or sometime over the weekend.
Damn.
How
How
did I not
much?
30
hear about
metric
that?
tons of drugs were seized during the investigation that were
How much?
in Spain, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and the United Arab Emirates. 33 tons.
33 tons.
Jesus.
And a ton is 2,000 pounds, correct?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
66,000 pounds?
Jesus.
Is my math? I'm not good at math.
No idea.
Is that
How much is a ton?
That sounds about right.
2 pounds. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Metric tons to pounds. What was it? What did I say? 33 tons?
33 tons, yes.
Yeah. Convert that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go with what you said.
I feel like
Yeah, I think you were right. 2,200
okay, so it's a little over
pounds.
2,000. Okay.
That's a lot of fucking...
And Brits love their cocaine. I don't know if anybody knows that, but in the UK, like they fuck with their blow.
Yeah.
It's
I would say
always
that about
like
America, too.
Miami in the 80s, but like it's always like that there. Like they
Yeah.
don't ease up. They still go so hard.
Ooh,
I watch a lot of-
72,000 pounds.
How much? 72? Okay, yeah, 'cause of
72,000 pounds.
the 200 on each
Yeah.
of those things. Okay,
Yeah.
that's man.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody fucked
Quite a
up.
bit.
That organization is reeling right now, right? Like that's some heads are rolling, dudes are buried right now. Like that's not acceptable.
So it looks like most of the arrests were actually made in the Netherlands. 14 of those 49 people were arrested in the Netherlands, with 6 high-value targets arrested in Dubai.
Damn. That's where the ballers go, to Dubai.
Yeah.
Everyone else goes to Amsterdam.
It's the billionaire playground. That's what they call it.
Does look dope.
Have fucking Lamborghinis
looks like
and Ferraris
they,
just abandoned.
I see that. It's just
Shit breaks down, they just bounce.
Just bounce and grab another one. Yeah, my boy was just telling me that when he was in the army. He was saying how I can't remember. I think it was in Iraq. He said that dudes had so much money they would literally just their Lamborghinis would break down and they would just abandon them on the side of the road and go buy another Lamborghini.
That's crazy.
It just needs a charge. Like you just jumper cables, and then you got
Yeah,
a Lambo
right,
and you're good to go. Like the
Just got a little
batteries.
too much dust.
Not dealing with that. Not dealing with
Fuck
that.
all
Oh
shit.
that.
my god.
I need that kind of.
Yeah, it looks like a 37-year-old guy was both Dutch and Moroccan nationality. He's got prosecuted for laundering large amounts of money and possession of firearms. And they got him when they cracked an encrypted messaging service called Sky ECC. I've never heard of that before, but it's apparently popular with criminals. Sky ECC.
Probably why we don't know.
Well, Sky, I know, is that's like a British channel, like a TV station or something. So I wonder if they have like a mobile phone service or something like that.
Has
I would assume it would have been like Signal or Telegram or something. But no.
Right.
Sky
random ass
messages.
question, but has Apple iMessages have they started fucking around like fucking with the cops?
What you mean?
No, so from what I understand, not that I have any particular experience or professional understanding of this. From what I understand, so it's encrypted, right? And so they can't intercept the messages. And I haven't heard of anybody actually intercepting messages. What I have heard is that, and this is why, you know, it wouldn't be, if anyone out there, hopefully none of our listeners are criminals, but if you're doing illicit activities, probably I wouldn't rely on the encryption for iMessage, because the problem is not necessarily the interception of the message, but rather if for some other reason you were taken down or brought in, still related to the same activity, they can issue a subpoena to Apple for the iCloud backup of your phone. And if your phone is being backed up to iCloud, so are your messages, right? And that is not encrypted. So they could just download your iCloud backup to another phone and they would see all your messages.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, that's where it ends up. Yeah. Or so don't back up your phone, turn off iCloud messages.
We're not we're not telling people
giving
how,
any instructions here. Allegedly.
This is allegedly how that works. Absolutely.
That's what I would think would probably be the best route. But yeah, from what I understand, I still haven't heard of any large scale government or police force breaking Apple's encryption method for iMessage.
And if you're a trafficker or, you know, you're doing illicit activities, are you creating an Apple ID to log into your iPhone? Like drug dealer
Hopefully
at
not.
gmail.com.
Not.
That's my Apple ID for the
Hopefully
Juarez
not using
cartel.
that, but, you know, it all depends on the level of drug dealer, I would say, because if you're, you know, the more, let's say, regional scale or local scale, you're probably stupid enough to just use your, you know, the
Use your
Apple
own.
ID that you created in 2001 for iTunes, iPods, shit.
Yeah.
Those are usually the dumb ones that are easily caught for all kinds of things, like not even just like drug activity, but typically you see that in like some of these RICO cases and things like that. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe they got caught off for something so stupid.
Right.
But yeah, huge bust in Europe over Europol, which I was never sure was a real thing, but apparently, never know
it's a
when
thing.
these.
I thought you were
You hear about
mispronouncing
these like
Interpol.
Interpol and
Right.
Europol, and it's like, are those things real or are they
Same
just for the
things.
movies?
MI5, the
Yeah.
Impossible Mission Force. Are these real things?
I think MI5 is real.
Yeah, no, the
I don't
IMF
think
is not real.
MI6
That's
is real. Yeah, the IMF is definitely. Well, the International Monetary Fund is real.
Oh,
but,
okay. That's touche.
Not IMF.
Does
as
Ethan
we
Hunt
know
work
it.
for them? Is that what he does?
Exactly.
He just has a boring ass desk job.
If you ask me
just a
who
banker.
a criminal would be, that would probably make that kind of mistake, NoHo Hank would definitely.
NoHo Hank would.
Yeah,
NoHo
he'd be
Hank.
that one.
Fucking love
He would have a special NoHo Hank Apple ID. It's like NoHo Hank at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Barry.
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 bar.
You don't back up your phone, Barry? You're so stupid.
That dude needs more work.
He does.
He's really
I love him. He's so great. He's so great.
If you're not
All right,
familiar with that, we're talking about NoHo Hank. He's
yeah.
a character on Barry, which is on HBO. HBO Max, you can catch it, or HBO in general.
It fucks.
Yeah, I caught up. I caught up on this flight to on my flight to San Francisco. I caught up on the entire third.
I was gonna say
season.
you can watch a whole series, like a whole season of that shit. 'cause it's
30-minute
quick.
episodes, 3 seasons. Like I caught that whole third season.
Flight probably
my
went
flight
fast as hell too.
Yeah, I was just
Like
I was
shit,
just
I
chilling.
gotta stop now.
Yeah.
I got
As a
10
matter of
more
fact,
minutes left
as a
in
matter
this
of fact, it lasted up until maybe like the last episode, and then
so
I
you
got
weren't even
to
done.
and then I got to my room and I finished it.
Nice.
You had to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good call. It's
great.
Real quick to fall back to Thanksgiving talk.
yeah.
My Thanksgiving wasn't there was disappointment there. Not as bad as
wasn't a
these
total
people
bust.
in New Mexico. who got invited to Thanksgiving at their family's house. No big deal, they assumed. But when they arrived, it was just like extra quiet. And they were a little bit, concerned. So they dialed 911. The cops
Showed up.
forced their way into the home. And so the sister runs upstairs, finds her brother lying in bed with body parts belonging to his wife scattered all around him on the bathroom floor.
Whoa.
I did not see that going that way.
Fuck the Popeyes turkey. That could have been so much worse than all that, Johnny.
Exactly.
You got off.
There was
real
no
nice.
dismemberment
No.
in my Thanksgiving dinner.
So wait. So he was alive and well, but his wife was dismembered.
She showed up for
Dismembered.
Thanksgiving. Like, where's the meal? Where's the cheese platter? Like, when are we eating? And homeboy's upstairs holding his wife's parts all around
So
him.
before you choose to murder and dismember your wife, you forget that you invited your family
You invited
over
your whole family over.
for Thanksgiving.
Wait till the 23rd.
Where
Or
was
the
this?
25th, whatever the day after is.
Albuquerque.
New Mexico?
Albuquerque,
Yeah.
New Mexico.
Meth capital of the world.
Jeez,
Yeah,
bro.
Breaking
that
Bad for
is
reals.
Crazy.
Yeah, imagine just like, homie was like, oh man, there's people coming over and I already killed her. Let me just chop her up. Maybe he was trying to serve them.
Why was he laying in
Ooh,
bed?
Yeah. Was he sleeping?
probably
He's
got
tired.
tired
You know,
from
you know how
chopping up
tired
the
it is
body.
to hack up a whole body and cut that shit up, bro?
Nah,
You
son,
gotta
you
be.
don't take breaks, bro. You have family coming over in X amount of time. You don't take breaks on that shit.
Can't take break. You
Like, what are
better
you
drink a
talking
couple
about?
Bang Energies.
you better power
Those
through.
300 milligram joints, too.
You better power through because I don't know, it would cost you your fucking life,
You
or
freedom.
maybe don't murder and
Yeah,
dismember
that's a
your wife.
better-
I think
like
that's a
that.
better.
Yeah, that's a better solution. I
Yeah,
think,
that's
to
a
that
better.
problem.
That's a better
That's
idea.
the best solution in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild
Mexico.
as hell. New Mexico. The meth capital of the U.S. Right?
the capital. It's that blue shit.
Oh my god, that is insanity.
Yeah.
What was it
You're talking
called?
about
Iowa,
killing your
what was the blue
appetite.
shit
Like, you
called?
show up starving, and then you're just like, fuck.
No, because like,
Now your night's thrown.
dude, if you invited me to your house,
Right.
right, and I show up and everything's quiet, lights are off,
Yeah. You're just bouncing.
I'm gonna think,
Oh, he
fuck.
forgot.
yeah, like,
So I misunderstood.
Dave-
Something happened.
yeah, Dave fucked up. Like something happened. Fuck, babe, he's not here.
He's not here. Let's go.
What else
Yeah.
are we gonna do? And I would just move the fuck on with my life.
Yeah.
Did he leave the door open? Like, did she
Yeah,
just
like-
walk in? And she's like, where? I don't smell food cooking. Like, that would be my first tip off. Is like, I don't smell no turkey or anything.
I don't smell nothing.
Yeah,
Lights
I
are
They
smell
off.
had to force their
murder.
way into the home, so I'm guessing it was like lights off, maybe one light on upstairs, but
yeah.
not answering the door. And they're like, "What's going on? Like something's weird."
Right.
It had to be something for them to call 911.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a sibling too, that's different. Like, if you go to your sister's
Yeah.
crib, and you said she was coming over, like, would you do the same thing? You just be like, lights are off. Let's bounce. Like, you wouldn't
Yeah.
want to inquire as to what
I
the
would
fuck.
just think-
like, we were invited for dinner and nobody's like,
In my
what's
head,
going
I'd be
on?
like,
This is weird.
Fuck, of course. Like, like shit. Like she fucked us over. Like whatever. And I would move on with my life.
You wouldn't assume she's upstairs with
I
body
wouldn't
parts.
assume. No, she's upstairs with some body parts. I wouldn't jump
fair.
to conclusions of thinking like I should call the cops. It should be. I would just think like, oh, this is like some sort of fuck up, and especially because I had to go to multiple families and stuff. I was just like, well, babe, we're gonna go to your parents' house.
Yeah. Especially if you have somewhere else to go.
No one is here. Either that or she has all the lights off. She's not answering. I don't know what else. You know what I mean?
What if he had the body parts? She was already murked, but there was a fresh Popeyes turkey on the table. Do you just grab a drumstick real quick while you're waiting for the popo to show up and just give it a little munch? I would. Why not? Fuck all that.
I don't think that he would have had the foresight to pick up a Popeye's chicken.
Maybe he did. Maybe he paid for it ahead of time and he picked it up responsibly. You never know. Even murderers could do that. Who knows? Who knows, Johnny?
Maybe.
Some people just have sense, you know? Regardless of whether they're killers.
Yeah, I don't think he
He's
had
a
much
little
sense.
older,
That was
too.
not-
He's like 60 years old.
Oh, man, he just wasn't.
Oh, damn,
thinking
okay.
clearly.
Senile.
60's not that old that I'm gonna go senile.
He's a little older than Salma Hayek. You know,
And she bad.
she's still bad.
Is she really 70 or was that just a weird?
No, she's 56.
caption? Okay, yeah, it's fucking. Sometimes not sometimes, almost every time that IG account always like mislabels things on purpose.
Yeah, it's Latin World.
I'm pretty
Star.
sure. Yeah, they always
he sent the
mislabel
message.
shit.
He sent the message to our page. It was her looking fine with her, you know, with her breastises all out,
With her
like saying
things out.
"Happy
Yeah.
70th birthday." He's like 70 though.
Damn.
I was like, it took me 2 seconds to go. Salma Hayek, age 56. No, bro, it's not.
Yeah, okay.
But still,
yeah,
for 56,
thank you.
let's see
That's
most
what I- that's what I
56-year-old
said.
bros.
I was like, yo,
She's still
for-
bad. Yeah.
For her being 14 years away from that age, she looks amazing.
She's on that Helen Mirren track.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's. I think I mentioned this on one of the previous episodes, but she's the cougar in the new Magic Mike movie. I saw. a
Oh
trailer
yeah,
for
I
it.
did see that trailer. Yeah, I saw that trailer.
Wait,
I'm not
Helen
gonna
Mirren?
watch it.
Helen Mirren or?
Salma Hayek.
No, no, Salma.
I'm still fussing with it. Like maybe I'll peep this after all. I don't know.
I've never seen any of the Magic Mike joints. I'm not gonna start now.
never.
Nah, but if Helen Mirren,
Yeah.
I'll fuck with it.
Nah. Salma Hayek though.
Hey, wait a minute. Over Salma, you would watch it with Helen Mirren.
That sounds
Same.
about white.
She old lady bad though.
Yeah, exactly.
Old
Yeah,
lady
that tracks.
bad.
That tracks.
You know.
She old lady bad.
Oh man, I keep seeing. This is funny to kind of bring things back. And also, I'm talking back again about Twitter. I keep seeing these thirst trap photos of like mature, very mature older ladies that show up on my Twitter, and I keep wanting to. Every now and then, I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna send this to the guys and be like, would you? Would you?"
We probably would.
Probably would.
If you gotta question it, we probably would.
Because I'm like, yo, this lady's easily like 67 years old, putting thirst trap photos out there. Like, what the
Hey,
fuck
Yeah,
is
but how
going
good
on?
does that rack
I
look?
bet her OnlyFans is banging.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
bringing in that
I'm
bread.
sure. They were probably like a porn star in the 80s or something.
Or the 50s.
That would make
They're
sense.
making stag films.
I remember. I remember this was years ago, like at least like 10 years ago. I worked with an older lady, right? She wasn't old, but she
Where's
was
this
older. But she was older, but right, and her and like her face looks older, and or whatever.
But her body was
but-
slamming.
But she had a rack that looked perky as fuck, and I would often look at her and go, "Would I though?"
Yeah.
Because I was like, she had to have had a breast like a
Augmentation.
like she had to have a boob job or some shit. Because them shits are standing up for her being this older.
Yeah,
Like, would I though?
Like, I'm tempted now.
I
Shit.
think I might.
I would. You made your mind up. You knew
I'm gonna have
damn
to
well
send
what you were about to do.
If this shit comes across my my timeline again, which I'm expecting it probably will, because I must have hearted something along the way that now I see this shit often
Yeah.
All the
enough.
time.
They're like, oh, we know what Johnny likes.
Yeah.
He likes the old ladies. Oh, that's like
Gilfs.
gilf, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
When they got that silver streak in their hair, that ain't no longer milf.
I mean, my
Sugar
guy right
mama.
here has silver streaks
True
in his
that.
hair.
That's right.
That's
That's
true.
right.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
I was looking in the mirror today, and I found that a few extra hairs, gray hairs in my beard. I'm like,
In the beard.
Wait till
Ooh,
they're
you gotta
getting
pluck
there,
those
it's getting
out.
there.
Wait till they're white,
Yeah.
not even grays.
No, yeah. Oh no, yeah. It's like it's Just straight up white hair.
you pluck 'em? You
Where I
pluck
had
them,
no,
didn't you?
I had like one or two like in this group that you can kind of like hide it in the beard if you wanted to, and like one down here. But now it's just like out in the. It's starting to just like be out in the open. I don't care personally. I don't give a fuck. It's just like whatever.
Bitches love that Richard
But
Gere
still,
shit.
it was just like as you
Those
notice
gray
it.
pubes come out. Then that's when it really turns.
Oh,
The what?
gray pubes.
Yeah, I found that
Gray
too.
white pubes.
Oh, see, I
found-
feel like
I
my
found
pubes
one
are
of
still
those.
good.
I found one.
It's working its way slowly down.
Actually, yeah.
It's going like temples and then like chest hairs and beard, but it has not gone farther than like my belly, my innie. It hasn't gone farther than my innie.
That was actually the first one that I found, but it was like low, like on the ball section.
about
Found the
toe
one.
hairs.
It's
You
just
got
like, you know what?
white
Like
toe hairs?
It's still low, like whatever.
Bink.
But
That was way
recently,
too low. Yeah.
recently I
That was
found the
just
one like
drafter.
above the shaft, and it was like fuck.
It was right out of the head. Just one white hair off the head of you. It's the weirdest hair placement, but you just pluck that shit. That'd be weird if you had hairy dick heads. Like, you gotta shave your dick head down.
Then you wouldn't worry about being circumcised or not.
You'd have to pull the hair out of
I
the
guess
skin when
gotta
you pull
the
it
hair
back.
Ooh.
Smegma in the hair.
all right.
gross.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, you
Anyways.
missed that. You missed the
Smegma
smegma
in
talk
there.
earlier. You missed it. You weren't here
thank
for those
God.
questions.
Thank God.
We'll bring them back. You'll hear it when you're
I'll
editing.
laugh during editing. Yeah.
All right. What's the
All right.
what's the
So
next one?
we're I would say we're a Scorsese pod, right? We all fuck with Scorsese.
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely.
And so, have you guys seen this recently? Apparently, so there's. Do y'all know the movie Goncharov?
Goncharov?
The 1973 Scorsese film starring Robert De Niro and an amazing cast of characters: Al Pacino, Gene Hackman, Harvey Keitel,
73?
Sybil Shepherd, the greatest gangster film ever created that never existed.
Wait, what? I was gonna say I would have known that. I knew Mean Streets. That was the first Scorsese movie I knew.
So in the collapse of Twitter fandom, people have apparently started moving and migrating their way back towards Tumblr. And so people on Tumblr have started creating posters, soundtracks, drawings, and fan fiction for a 1973 Scorsese film that never existed. But people just keep adding to the lore on Tumblr
That is amazing.
as if this thing was real.
I'm surprised I've never heard of that. Even like people talking about how wild it was. I've never Tumblr, you said? I mean, I guess I'm not on Tumblr, so that might be why.
I mean,
but,
I'm not on Tumblr either, but I
still,
have
you
been
saw the
hearing about
story.
this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's and you know they've been talking about it as the greatest mafia movie ever made, but really never made.
Never made.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, someone made a theme song for it. There's a video game with an accompanying soundtrack. Someone made a fake VHS for it. There's just a bunch of people just keep adding to this lore to make it kind of a thing.
Plausible. Like if you see that much stuff about it, you'd question yourself, like, is this
Exactly.
a real thing? Fuck.
Let's see. There's more than 500 Goncharov fanfics posted on the fan fiction website Archive of Our Own.
Fucking hate New York Times.
Yeah, the paywall.
Yeah.
It's like the Atlantic. Fuck them.
So yeah, people have been like really doing a lot of Photoshop effort to make us randos, us casual nerds,
Yeah.
really believe that this shit was true.
Look at this.
I was
this
gonna say,
cover,
like,
son.
I would have, like, when you said that, I was like, there's no way that's a real Scorsese movie, because, like, I've watched and looked at his IMDb and shit to, like,
Yeah,
make sure I haven't missed anything. But, I mean,
Yeah,
I would
even-
watch that.
So quote, even Tumblr itself joined in when they tweeted, Goncharov was inexplicably ahead of its time and its contribution to cinema is remarkable. Rarely does a film tell as many diverse yet interconnected stories. Hard to imagine so few people have seen it.
Goncharov. I'm going to start asking people
It's
if
like
they've seen
shoes
it.
that they've made. What the fuck?
Got my new Goncharov joints out.
A film. Martin Scorsese presents Goncharov movie by Matteo JWHJ0715. What? And it's all the pictures. I can tell. Like I would immediately be like, no, this is bullshit. Because like obviously Robert De Niro is like the photo that they're using is from Godfather. Same with Al Pacino.
But also that has like an Asian cover feel to it. Like when they remake those posters of a lot of movies, like it's almost plausible like that.
It's almost like if you like you said, if it was like a casual person who just enjoys movies, they would completely fall for this. But no, I'm like, no, this is it. Like just the name Goncharov, I was like, why? Like what?
It just sounds weird.
Is that real?
So yeah, apparently the story is that a Tumblr user, that Matteo person, posted a photo of some knockoff boots that he said he ordered, and they had that on the boots.
Yeah.
Then it kind of mostly went ignored until about 2020. Another Tumblr user reblogged it. And wrote in the comments, "This idiot hasn't seen Goncharov."
This idiot hasn't.
So that's how it started.
That's
and
wild.
then people just kept, adding to it, and then of course now, like I said, since people are kind of migrating away from Twitter and trying to find something else to do or to go on, Tumblr has become one of those places that people have kind of run back towards, and so it's just growing legs. And now Goncharov is a pretty popular movie that never existed. I wonder what Scorsese himself has to say about it.
Oh, he probably
nothing.
Nothing at all.
He wouldn't even mention it.
The internet is stupid.
Yeah. He's above it. He's better than all that. He doesn't fuck with that.
I am what's it called? I was gonna say like us since we actually watched it. I know that the first movie that Pacino and De Niro actually shared a screen or a scene in was Heat.
Heat, yeah.
Yeah, because they were both in The Godfather. Was it part one or was it part two? Two, right? Yeah. But it was cut scenes to when, so they've never actually been on screen together.
And did you know when they were filming Heat, they weren't even there at the same time. That was filmed separately. Like they weren't even actually on set.
Yeah, but that
like
one
when you're looking over the shoulder and shit, like that's fake. That's somebody.
Really?
That's
Oh, really?
They're both stand-ins for Pacino and De Niro, and you can look that up. They were not together when they filmed.
Why would that?
Also,
be?
then maybe it was The Irishman. That's the first time they were together. Right? They were both in The Irishman, right?
They were both. But I don't remember them sharing. I don't know if they shared. I only saw The Irishman once, so they could have shared the screen. But that Heat scene, I remember because I watched the commentary of the DVD.
But why would they do that?
I think it was I don't know if it was a scheduling thing or if they just had some sort of beef or something. But they were not actually together.
But it was the first time they conversed.
They're
scene.
like it looked on screen if you're watching the movie. It looked
it looks
like you
legit,
said they were talking to each other. But that was not filmed the same way.
Even when they were side by side facing each other?
I'm thinking of the diner. Was that in the diner?
Yeah, I was thinking about the
Yeah,
diner.
in the diner, there's a screen. There's a scene where there's a shot where they're, side by side facing each other. I know there was some scenes over the shoulder, but
right, the over the shoulder stuff I'm positive was bullshit. But I don't know. I can't confirm or deny but I'm pretty sure they were not actually together. Let's see if Watt can find something.
No, probably not. Time of Heat.
All right, while you look that up, I'm going to talk about this next story. Pretty simple story, but also just, the start of a fucking problem. And it might be a nothing story. You found it?
I mean, I mean, there's a photo of them in the diner, and like you said, like the wider shot of them sitting across from each other, but who the fuck knows? It's
I mean, that could be a split screen. You know, that could totally be.
Or that was
the only shot.
Like the conversation itself took part separately, but then when they were actually able to be in the same room at the same time, they reshot that scene, that just like that shot.
True that.
Because that shot looks really good.
Yeah. Like it doesn't look like it's,
especially for the 90s.
Right. Yeah. In the 90s, they weren't doing CGI bullshit like they would now. They were just like, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty straightforward, and I'm expecting that they would say no to this. But yet, there is a new California law that became effective this year that requires every town and municipality in the state to define the authorized use of military-grade equipment, right? And so the original draft of the San Francisco Police Department's policy was silent on the matter of robots. The original draft said robots shall not be used as a use of force against any person. But apparently, San Francisco Police Department has crossed out that sentence with a red line and returned the draft. And their altered proposal says robots will only be used as a deadly force option when the risk of loss of life to members of the public or officers are imminent, and any other force option available to the SFPD has been outweighed. And they have 12 functioning robots, which means San Francisco is currently weighing the possibility of robots killing people.
What if it's like bomb defusing robots? Like some Hurt Locker type shit? Like where civilians could get killed around the bombs, but technically like it's still got to go in and do something with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking...
So, I mean, this is saying that... So there are bomb diffusing robots, right? And a bomb diffusing robot would, do whatever to diffuse the robot, right? But this is saying that a robot can use deadly force against a suspect.
So
but
now
here's
we're like iRobot.
Here's the thing, right? And that's one of the loopholes.
It's like one of those dog robots from Boston Dynamics or whatever, running up and just like exploding,
shit, bro.
Hold on. Here's the thing, right? And that's the loopholes that end up fucking us up over, because I understand the intent, right? In a positive way. If let's say we've had mass shootings recently, right? Let's say, God forbid, like in that Oklahoma club where someone went in and shot a bunch of people up, or even that employee in the Walmart that killed a bunch of people, right?
The gay club was in Denver, I think.
Was it?
Colorado, yeah.
I thought, yeah. You're right. In
Colorado Springs, actually.
Correct. So if a robot got there, that's where the loophole falls into, right? If it got there and it had an open shot on someone, kill that person.
It's like a drone.
Right.
Like a drone flying in and just targeting somebody specific.
Kill that person, and it's completely okay to do that. Now, but that is the loophole that fucks shit up for, like when robots really become a thing, when it's more common that we have robot, AI, shit like, when what Elon Musk, I don't know where they are with that, like the robots that he was trying to come forward with. But it's those small loopholes that we know why this would be beneficial, that would fuck us over in the long haul. When this becomes like right now, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. It's like, yeah, if you have a robot that gets there to the scene of a crime faster than any officer would, yeah, absolutely kill that person and, isolate that situation. But then we fall into, okay, now they're getting smarter. It's more of a conversation down the road when robots are, a little bit where it can kill literally anybody it wants, when that's the conversation. But as of right now, the way that robots are operating, absolutely. In that sense, let them fucking kill that person. If they're
send one into the school in Uvalde, since the cops wouldn't fucking run in.
Like those are the situations where that shit would be like legit. Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Facts. I'm not mad at it.
I don't know. I definitely am not I'm not gonna support allowing robots to kill humans. I understand.
Say, Johnny, these aren't
saying,
Terminators. These aren't
but
Terminators. They're sending after people. They're an evil T-1000s.
But are they not? Like,
maybe in 50
slippery
years
slope,
it could be.
Man. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go slippery slope argument.
That's kind of where I was getting is like I can understand that is the frame of thought where they would allow something like this to happen because robots are not a standardized thing. It's not something that we have the conversation about more often. So like in these situations, they, send the thing out, it gets there, it gets the okay, boom, it neutralizes the situation. But that is the slippery slope.
What if it just misreads? What if it misreads the situation? Is the thing
correct?
It goes into like you outlined, right? Like the shooting at the Walmart, or the Walmart thing was really fast. But let's say the Tops situation, or the situation in Colorado or whatever, right? Yeah. Like. Let's say it gets there and it misreads the situation, and it's just like, there's people that are trying to fight back. Those people need to die too. You know what I mean? Like,
I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. The slippery slope. Like,
I just don't trust artificial intelligence enough at this point in time. I mean, if it's a remote controlled object, like it's literally I'm remote controlling it, and it's more like the drone situation.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit okay with that. I mean, drones still there's some gray area too. There. Yeah. People question that. I'm still okay with that. If there's a pilot that's piloting the drone, just because they're not in the plane risking their own lives, like I guess. I understand where people come from, where it's like, well, because there's less of a risk, you're more likely to be more malicious than when there is a risk. But still, I feel like that's fair game. But when if the thing is controlling itself, and it's making decisions on its own based upon information that you've given it, that usually tends to be biased information, and oftentimes, unfortunately, it ends up being bad for people of a darker complexion.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say no to the robot killing. Personally,
say no.
No, yeah, and that's I'm in 100% agreement with you. I'm just saying, like, I can see where, and that's the conversation.
Tactically
in all of those
useful
situations. It's like, hey, these are the great reasons why we should do this. And then there's always somebody saying, like, hey, these are the reasons why you should not.
Why you should probably not.
Yeah. And then someone always lets the fucking thing loose on a technicality. And then we don't worry about it until some shit goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But at the rate where shit is going right now, I can't see anything being much worse than where the state of the world is at the moment. Shit is
shootings,
really going fucking nuts right now. But yeah.
All right. This is not my last story, but it just popped up as a very recent breaking news, and I know we like to talk about shit like this, so I'm gonna bring this up before my last story. I know we're running long, but hey, I wasn't here for the first part of the show, so fuck it. Kanye have settled their divorce. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
They settled their divorce, and holy shit, $200,000 a month in child support.
Jeez.
Kanye's paying to Kim?
I'm guessing because she has
she has custody.
she has custody.
And I mean, like we said before,
It's got to be based on his previous numbers, though, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, like,
he
where
went
is he
down-
getting
I mean,
that
he's
from?
still worth $400 million or whatever, so maybe not. But
But there's no more income, unless he signs some more new deals or does some new shit.
Nah,
What does he
even-
have right now?
he has $400 million.
No, but I'm saying
well, he doesn't have
unless-
$400 million
or whatever.
Unless-
He's worth
I'm-
$400 million.
He's worth.
so
But
he
he would
got
have to
sell off all
sell
his
some
shit
shit to keep
start
on paying
this
$200
off.
grand a month.
Yeah,
That's
that's bad.
Ye is going to be responsible for providing Kardashian $200,000 a month in child support.
So he needs the cash flow now, and people are bailing on him. How do you keep up? How do you keep up with
Joint
that?
custody, by the way.
What'd you say?
Joint custody, equal access to 4 children.
So
Damn.
the crazy thing about
Each
that
kid is
that
worth
she's-
50 grand a month.
But she makes bank.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Does she even need that? Is that
That's
just
wild.
fuck around money to
No,
her
that's
now?
just-
That's
yeah.
extra bread.
That's just
She could pay for whatever
It's
they
for the
need. And then
children,
some.
you guys. Come on. Those kids
No.
can't survive without 50 grand a month each.
50 grand a month.
Same.
Jesus.
Fuck. Must be nice to be
200.
Northwest
Phenomenal.
and whatever.
That doesn't
those
sound
kids'
like
names
well,
are.
yeah, to be them, yeah. Because
Jesus
mom is
Christ,
not
that's
mom is
fucking
not
bananas.
struggling.
No, mom doesn't
No.
need that, bro. Mom's balling so hard.
No.
Yeah.
How did
She
they
sh- I thought she
not
should be
settle
paying that
at,
shit.
Let's just be even. We're good.
Yeah, we're just
good.
leave me the
That's
fuck
some
alone,
fuckery.
and we don't ever have to do anything together ever again.
That's got to be the worst business decision he ever made.
Hope that ass was worth
Maybe
it.
not. No, actually, no. The Jew thing with the $1.5 billion loss in one day is probably
Yeah, that's pretty.
much worse.
Did you see the video that he released, which I don't know if I believe it, but did you see the video where he released, or that was released, of him talking to someone? It was like an interview in the warehouse, in the spot where he was mapping out his new Yeezy clothes, which essentially was he purchased a bunch of Balenciaga clothes and then put his Y24 stuff on it. But anyway,
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
where he goes, I've never where he pretty much makes it
selling
seem
for
like
$20 or something like that.
he pretty much points out there will never be, he says there will never be another person who walks away from who gets dropped from a multi-billion-dollar deal over one tweet. And he was like, ta-da, pretty much trying to say it was his plan to do all of this in order to get drops from those deals because he
so
was
that he
getting
could
fucked
rise
over.
again.
So that he can, so he was pretty much implying this was all me doing this so that I can get away from that
Good spin.
surprise. Yeah, it was trying to spin it. Exactly.
It's like an alcoholic losing their family and being like, that was my plan. Got rid of them. Me by myself now.
Right. So I mean, that was my thought. It's he's doing all
Not
this
to
shit.
make this
I-
more
on
about
top of
Kanye,
yes,
but,
he's fucking insane, but
him
still,
fucking walking off the Tim Pool podcast
I saw
a
that too,
baby
yeah.
because they wouldn't let him fucking talk shit about Jewish people.
Right.
yeah,
Which is
no,
kind of
that's-
shocking and an alt-right fucking podcast saying no, I think you're going a little too far about the Jewish thing. So bad. Yeah, I got nothing.
because he
but,
thought he
ire
was
for-
okay with him saying that.
He
shit
must have.
there.
He must have,
Yeah. Fucking
especially when he's chilling with Nick Fuentes. Fucking Bastard. Anyways, all right. Last story. Not really a story. Just something I wanted to get your guys' take on. It was published in Rolling Stone recently. The 100 greatest TV show theme songs of all time, and they listed 100 down to 1. So I just wanted to know what are yours. What are your guys?
I hate those lists, but yeah. What's the
favorite? Maybe your number one, or
Where's Gilligan's Island?
it's very high up there.
It's got to be because that's fire.
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island and Three's Company. Those two, I know they're older shows, but the
Fresh Prince?
yeah, Fresh Prince is another good one.
Fresh Prince is high up there as well.
Yeah.
Three's Company, I haven't seen.
No, come and knock on our door.
So it's not top 20.
All right, that's fair. Can you
Yeah, that one's not
control
as-
F and do a search for it? Just let me know if it's. Let me know if it's on there.
So if it's,
Command F.
What was that show
we're
where
in the wrong app.
what's his name? The star of Three's Companies?
John Ritter.
John Ritter. The one where he would go through the television.
Oh, that was Stay Tuned. That was a movie.
Tuned.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was
yeah. Yeah, my bad. I remember that.
I know that's a fire. I watched that not too long ago.
I used to love that movie.
I still do.
yeah?
Yeah,
Still good? Still
yeah,
holds
it
up?
still holds up
Company's not
100%.
even-
You
Awesome.
It's not in the top 50.
damn.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So what was the number one?
Brady Bunch.
Number one, which I think I agree with because it might be my favorite.
It's not
Jefferson's.
Fresh Prince, so. No, I don't remember that.
Fish don't fry. Fish don't fry. in the
Fish
kitchen.
don't fry
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
kitchen.
I wouldn't say that was my
Beans
favorite.
don't burn on the grill.
I didn't
It
really
still
watch
hits,
the Jeffersons,
though.
though.
Still
I
hits.
didn't really watch
Oh my God. I love, actually I recently, cause it's on Prime TV and I'm always looking for like weird shit to watch just to be in the background. So I recently started rewatching the Jeffersons. I didn't make it that far. Probably seen like 10 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
But the first like 2-3 episodes of the Jeffersons are fucking hilarious. Like
Hell yeah.
I was out loud laughing like, holy shit. Like they actually made some really good ass jokes here.
I
thought that was
doing
great.
the same thing with Seinfeld right now. Whenever I
love
don't know what
Seinfeld.
to
That's
put
good.
on,
It's a good rewatch.
whenever I don't know what to put on, I put on Seinfeld and I let it watch, and
That's
then like
good.
my girl would
There's no
come
real
into
theme
bed
song
and it's
there,
just
though.
playing. No. I'm not talking about theme song. I'm just saying. As far as
I know.
I'm just watching it, and my girl will sit down and she'll just be laughing because she remembers those episodes too.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. But as far as theme songs, I would have guessed Fresh Prince. Everyone fucking knows when you say in West Philadelphia, everybody, there's not a person that would not continue
for sure.
singing that
But
fucking song.
the Full House song, the Full House theme, has to be
everywhere
top.
you
That's
look.
got to be top 20.
Nope. Not even top 50.
What kind of cracker hating list is this? Step by step. Where's the step by
It's not
step?
cracker hating as at all.
What? All right.
This
How about
is
this?
All
How about this?
TV shows of all time.
How about
So
name the top 10
Bewitched.
going
Bewitched.
Name the top 10.
I'll name the top. I'll go top 15 because there's some
Okay.
good ones here. So number 15, Mission Impossible.
Okay. Okay.
That's a good
Solid.
one. Number 14, The Wire. Which I don't know if did you watch The Wire? You haven't watched The Wire, right?
I've seen The Wire, not enough to memorize the fucking theme song. So
Number 13, Cheers.
Okay.
That's a good
okay.
one.
Yep.
12, Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, yeah.
11.
I've never seen it and I know it. So
That tells you it's a good theme
yeah,
song.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Number 11, Game of Thrones,
Okay.
Okay.
which I think is a little high.
Da-na-na-na. Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage.
A song that has any lyrics. Like there's no lyrics, but I guess it was such a popular show that it had to be really high up there.
Yeah, you know it.
And they even
Now-
gave it to the new House of Dragons. So
You can hear it, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I asked my wife, I was like, "Are you mad that they used the same theme song?" She was like, "No, they needed to. Like that's what brings it."
That hot
makes
D
it
is
hard.
fire.
yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
Dave loves Hot D.
I think that's an episode title.
Dave loves Hot D. I
Now
had a
this
better
one,
one earlier.
now this one is weird to me. I can't believe it's the number 10 because I've never heard it. It's not a classic, and
I'm intrigued.
the people that wrote this said they were half tempted to put this at number 1, which is kind of crazy. This is an Adult Swim mini film, short film called Too Many Cooks. But apparently, this theme song this entire TV show / short film consisted entirely of the theme song on Adult Swim. It only aired at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday.
What the fuck? How is this top 10?
Somehow,
Somehow it made
the theme song has every theme song from every genre in it. And so what begins in a familiar family sitcom territory soon becomes a workplace comedy, gritty cop drama, science fiction, Saturday morning cartoon, slasher movie, and inevitably a cooking show. I don't know anything about it, but that's number 10. Too Many Cooks. I'm going to have to hear that one later.
Yeah.
Number 9, I'm going
Share
to
it with
completely disagree with. It's the OC, and I don't even remember that.
I don't know
at
what
all.
that sounds like.
Number 8 is Friends.
Okay.
Yep, I can
It's
see
fair.
that.
That's a hot one. Number 7, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay.
Number 7.
6.
Okay.
That
Oh,
made
7?
number 7. Number 6, The Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's okay. That could be Fresh
That's
Prince.
again, no words, but
Dun-dun-dun.
easily recognizable.
Yep.
Exactly. Number 5, this one's threw me, but yeah, I get it. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I get that.
for
Yep,
sure.
Okay.
Fucks.
Again,
Dropping
remember,
dick.
all TV shows of all time, not just
Sure,
comedies,
sure.
not
No,
just
no,
drama,
I get it.
all
I
TV
get it.
shows.
Mr.
Mr.
Rogers.
Rogers.
That's fire. Sesame Street.
that's-
Sesame Street. Now that we're talking about Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street got to be up there.
Sesame Street was higher up there. Is actually higher up than the Muppet Show.
Wow.
Sesame Street was. I seen it earlier. Where is it? It's definitely in the. It's actually number 50.
Oh, damn. Okay. Higher than I thought.
Simpsons is 18.
Wow.
Mr. Rogers, yeah. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend was number 4, and it's a CW show, so I never seen that. So I'm
Weird.
gonna make
Number
this as a very
4.
subjective to Rolling Stone list. I have no. I remember the movie, never saw the TV
Yeah.
show.
Is that Uma
I
Thurman?
didn't even.
She the.
I think she was in the movie. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know that she was in the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know there was a show.
No, Rachel Bloom was the TV show.
Good for her.
Number 3, Sanford and Son.
Yep.
Okay.
And I've
That
never.
tracks. Again,
Yeah.
no song, no words, right?
Yeah.
That's just music on that one, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a classic. Number 2 ends up being a tie between Gilligan's Island, as previously mentioned,
Wow.
and the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island tied for number 2. Okay. One's got to be fire. It's got to be like the theme song. Unless
Oh,
it's
I
some
already
weird
said number
CW
1.
shit.
Moving
Yeah.
on
what
up.
was
you said
it? What was it?
Moving on up.
Oh, that was Jefferson's was
Jefferson's,
number
yeah.
1. Shit.
Jefferson
You did say that.
number 1,
The
yeah.
East Side.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess that tracks. That's a very catchy. Even in King of Queens,
I
there was
like
a- Doug
I
was
like
singing
1,
that
2,
song.
and 3. Like those classic television, Sanford and Son,
Absolutely,
Brady Bunch,
yeah.
Gilligan's Island, Jefferson's. Those track to me. But I do
Kind
feel
of
like
upset.
Full House should have been a little higher up there.
Kind of upset Martin wasn't up there.
Martin. What about the
Lawrence.
Wayans brothers?
Yeah, I
The
was gonna
Wayans
say that
brothers
too.
Song, that's another
Cut
tight ass.
and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite.
Yeah, Wayans didn't even make the top 100.
No, it would not. It would not.
Oh,
I'm actually
Three's
not
Company,
surprised about it, but I
number
love that show.
98.
98. God damn, they did John Ritter dirty.
Which is wild because number 100 is WandaVision.
What?
What?
I don't even remember the
What
intro.
I don't even remember the intro to WandaVision. Was there a song?
No, I don't
Couldn't
know.
tell you. I skip them all.
Come and knock at our door.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and hers and his. Three's company too. We're old.
The show still fucks. Suzanne
I
Summers can still
haven't
catch
seen
that pipe.
I mean, I knew that from Step by Step.
I fuck with Step by Step though too.
Absolutely.
Where's that song? I hope that's on there.
Step.
That's a tight song.
Yeah.
The roller coasters and
remember
shit.
that.
Whatever
Was a
that
good-
theme park is.
that's actually I was thinking about that one. Step.
I almost sang Family Matters.
I was gonna say, yeah, Family Matters too though.
Condition, this
Oh,
day
Full
and
House
age.
was 69. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. To read any good news on a newspaper page.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Family
Grand
Matters and
Design.
Step by Step all got bundled in with Full House.
Damn.
Why? Because it was a spinoff?
I don't think that. I mean,
Family Matters
Were
was
they?
a spinoff of
Family
Full
Matters
House.
is a spinoff of of Perfect
Jeffrey.
Strangers.
Oh, because
Family Matters
Harriet
was?
was the elevator operator or some shit,
She was
right?
the elevator operator in Perfect Strangers. Yeah, because remember,
Yeah.
Family Matters took place in Chicago.
It did. Oh, you're right. But they've had cross episodes, which is weird.
Oh
All
yeah,
right.
no,
Yeah,
that's the '90s
because
though.
it was
That
all
the 90s.
TGIF.
Wow.
Yeah.
Perfect Strangers.
Old.
Fucking Balky.
Yeah, baby. I actually Family
Harriet.
Matters. I recently looked that up because I've been watching Family Matters. The Wonder Years, 64. Wow.
Ooh, okay,
Okay.
that's a good one though.
That was a good one. Yeah. Drew
All right.
Carey Show, Cleveland
But wait,
Rocks.
isn't it
Anyways,
the Wonder Years? Isn't that just a regular song by like Joe Cocker?
It is, yeah.
That's
it is.
not even like a special theme. Like that's a dope song. Okay,
Yeah.
but fair
But
enough.
Either way.
I get it.
Either way. I get it.
I still agree with number one though. I absolutely 100% love that song, and
Yeah,
I'm okay
Jefferson's
with
is
it
tight.
being number one. 2 through 99 are up for debate.
Questionable at best.
All right. So that was the last story that
That was it.
Cool. I'm going to take a quick piss break,
Word.
and then we'll jump into some Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Sounds good.
All right. So we're back from a piss break.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Holly.
All right. So recently, Chris Hemsworth was interviewed, and he came out with a statement that said that he felt like he was being very civil about it. He didn't really say anything crazy, but he pretty much came out and said that, yeah, I think the first two Thor movies were a specific tone. The second movies, it was a little bit lighter. It was a different tone, and pretty much alluded to the fact that there has to be a drastic change in the tone of Thor for the next films if he's going to be involved.
Is this a shot at Taika?
I don't know if it's a shot at
He's saying, I don't
Taika.
want Taika to do the next round.
It kind of sounds like that. Either a shot at Taika or just like saying, yo, like there needs to be like he felt like it was just too much of like Thor looked like a fool, a complete idiot in that last movie.
I think Ragnarok had that good balance.
It
I
did.
feel like
It did.
well, the first like the seriousness and some joking, and then
Sure.
the most recent one was just like
It was just all out. Jokes.
just goofy and seemed a little bit sillier
Yeah.
than the other ones.
Yeah,
But I get what he's saying. Maybe he just wants more to do. Like he doesn't feel like because I mean he can be funny. Like I feel like he has the comedy chops, but it just must not be.
That's
what
why
he's
Ragnarok
feeling.
worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I completely like I've heard the conversations on both ends, right? The people who are very much into the comic books, they loved at least the first one because they felt like it was the perfect balance where because Thor's comedy is more because he's just not what's the word that I'm looking for? He's just not with us on that level, so
Yeah.
he does certain shit and it ends up being funny because he's just not he's not human.
Yeah.
You know? So it ends up being that way. And then after the flop of the second one, we came out with Ragnarok. We loved it because it was a brand new, fresh, and it was funny, but there was more of a balance. And you know, I've said it multiple times. I don't have to say it again, but Love and Thunder, it was just too much on that funny side.
Right.
So pretty much he just confirmed that he agrees that, yeah, that last Thor was very fucking silly, and we just need to hone it in, and we need to find that balance again. And not necessarily, he didn't say anything negative about Taika.
Sure.
He just pretty much stated like, yeah, I knew there was something off about that last one, and we need to bring it back in. We just need to bring it back in. Is how I got.
Do you think
that.
he said anything like when it was filming, like Love and Thunder in particular?
Probably
He's
not.
like, hey, like this, can we do something else here? Or
Even
like that
from the
after the
things-
fact, after people kind of slammed it for being too jokey, was he like, oh, okay, well, the next one should have a different
It's
tone
hard to
it.
say. It's hard to say because I think when you're filming something, you're like, you know, I don't know. I've never been on a film set.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
there's no, you don't hear laughs when you say something funny. Like when you're filming a movie, like you're assuming that when the audience sees it, they will laugh, and you don't have anybody reacting to what you're saying. It's probably dead fucking silent. So none of your jokes are landing. Like you just don't know.
And also with as much of the film that was that ended up on the cutting room floor, you don't know what the tone of the movie is going to be until you watch the end product.
Right.
You know,
We know they cut a
Because
lot of gore out of there, and I'm
Yeah,
sure that
and he
wasn't funny
probably-
shit that they were cutting.
he probably had some more serious toned scenes where he shot it differently, you know, and then they went with the sillier
Takes.
version of that. Yeah, the takes. And you never know what the end product is going to be. And then when you see like all of the stuff that was filmed that was just more of that, the sillier takes, that's what made the film.
And you're like kind of
And
bummed
you
that
see
they,
it
they
all
chose
together.
those takes. Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I didn't think that it was going to be that.
Right. And he doesn't
know?
have any say over that. It's just like,
He doesn't know.
that's not his call.
Right. So, but at least this was the first time that it came out that he is saying like, yo, yeah, if I'm going to continue being Thor, like I would love to be Thor. I would love to continue this, but I feel like, and he, like I said, he was being very diplomatic about it, and he put it in a way of saying like, oh, the first two had a certain feeling, and now, you know, we came out with these two and they had a certain feeling. And I feel like the next, if I'm going to be a part of this, the next couple need to have a completely different feeling as well, just to keep up with.
And just to be clear, none of them should have the feeling of the second Thor movie, because that was complete and utter trash.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like, that's not where he was leaning,
Yeah.
because that's not what anybody needs. But like,
No.
I get what he's saying for sure.
Hopefully the next, if there is a change, hopefully it's a mixture of the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm about that.
And I said that, like, I went back and I saw all the movies getting ready for, you know, Endgame and shit, and I appreciated Thor 2
I remember you saying that,
much more afterward for
Yeah.
some reason. You know,
because
what I
there
mean?
weren't any expectations when you were watching it
Correct.
again. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, let me catch up, and it's a different vibe than
Well, that, and you know, there were some repercussions for what happened there, and you know, going back and watching it, it made those things make more sense, and it's like, oh shit, okay, but yeah, maybe a mixture of the two would be the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Let's have some funny moments, but let's
reel those in a little bit.
reel this in. Yeah, we don't need, because like I heard the fact that like a lot of those takes were just Taika just like fucking spitball
Ad-libbing.
ad-libbing. Like fuck it. You know, and he's very loose when it comes to shit like that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we just want to just
A little more
What-
meat, a little
what
more
was it?
substance.
you know, we're not saying that, just, you know,
Just tighten it up.
Tighten
Just
it up.
tighten it up a little bit. Just
tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah. Knocked up.
yes, it was a knocked up reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What's that dude's name? I love him.
Alan
Alan something.
something, yeah. Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk. There we go. Alan Tudyk.
Oh,
I
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love Alan Tudyk.
Funny dude.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that a lot of people are talking about nowadays. let's see, or recently, I should say. So we've been talking about it for a little bit now, and everyone has their thoughts on who the next Bond should be.
Oh,
What are you guys thinking? Who do you have in your mind? Do you have anyone in your mind that you would want to be the next Bond?
I still would fuck with an Idris Elba Bond.
Idris.
Yeah, I still fuck.
That
with
was
Idris.
that's still my hopeful, because I fuck with him, or Henry Cavill. I always felt
Henry
like
Cavill I would
he'd
fuck
be a
with,
good
yeah.
he'd be a good Bond. I feel like those are my guys, but I don't
He
think
was in
it's
Mission
leaning that way.
Impossible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say he wasn't in that last one.
He was the villain in Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Fallout. Yeah. Remember he did the gun cock, the arm thing? That was dope.
That's what.
So the current-
the stash.
So the current rumor right now as to who is the top choice for playing James Bond is Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Is it British?
Yeah, kick-ass.
He is, yeah.
He is
Aaron
the top
Taylor
choice
Johnson,
right now.
as in
Pietro.
Pietro. Yeah.
Yeah, Pietro. And apparently he impressed impressed some bosses in Hollywood in a secret audition that he currently had.
Wasn't he in? He was just in Bullet Train.
Bullet Train.
Oh, he was so fucking good in Bullet Train.
He was
dude.
very good in Bullet Train.
My God.
I don't hate the idea.
Because I remember
He was one of the
actually,
twins.
yes.
He was partners with Paperboy.
The twins, yeah. They called each other twins.
Yes.
He had the mustache?
Yes.
That was a killer
I
role.
remember, like, I didn't actually recognize him the
Yeah.
whole
Same.
flick until I saw, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. That was him. Okay, that was cool. He did well.
I mean, I don't know if I see him as Bond, but like he fucked
Yeah,
in
right.
Bullet Train, bro. Like I was tight.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Nobody saw Daniel Craig as Bond either, though.
I was gonna
Agreed.
say that.
So-
Right.
gonna say that.
That's why I don't want to be too
Yeah.
judgmental on it.
Right.
And I also
He's
don't
still-
want to, I think, the woke police is going to come out if they don't cast Idris, or if they do cast Idris, right? People are going to complain either way, right?
Either way.
People will talk shit
My
for or
only
against.
beef, I like his acting. His acting is great. I think he would probably be a great Bond. I never even thought of him as a choice.
Yeah.
Same.
The only argument that I have is he looks a bit young
Yeah.
for
That's
being
okay.
Bond.
Is that what they want? They want to
could be
reboot.
okay
Like
if
they
they
want to
go
have a
younger.
bunch more movies with
Yeah,
like probably
it's gonna
another,
be another-
decade or so.
yeah,
with-
exactly.
yeah. So I mean, I don't think they're mad at that. That's probably what they're looking for.
Sure.
And if they're trying to like switch back to a different style, right? Like Idris matches the Daniel Craig style of Bond, right? Like that very gritty, not
Bourne.
giving a fuck, like just not the
Pierce
style
Brosnan.
that we got from Pierce Brosnan or from
Connery or any of those dudes.
Connor. Yeah, that's what Connery. Yeah. Like it's not the Connery style, right? Daniel Craig was way different, and not only
Well, they aim for
people
that
did
too.
and yeah, you know what I mean? Like people didn't like it, and then when he came through with it, he had to change it up and made it his own, and that was cool. Idris is very similar in that style, at least most of the things that he's done, right? It would be, debonair but gritty, which is cool, but maybe they want to go back to that classic ultra swanky Bond, which I could see Aaron Taylor doing. I don't hate it, but it definitely wasn't anywhere on my radar.
Yeah.
It wasn't on
Same.
mine either, but yeah, like I said, I don't hate that idea. He's a good actor. We
It's
all
definitely solid, yeah.
He became familiar with us in Kick-Ass, and that's kind of what we always fall back on. Oh, there's a dude from Kick-Ass. Dude from Kick-Ass. But he's done a number of roles since then where he is he's made a name for himself. And yeah, I'm not mad at that.
No.
Not at all. But I thought it was interesting because it was definitely not the person I would have thought would take up the mantle of James Bond. So, yeah, a while back, in other news, there was supposed to be a female version of Pirates of the Caribbean, which was going to be a spinoff starring Margot Robbie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's dead. That has been killed off. And I'm sorry, but
is that because Johnny's back?
I'm happy.
Maybe,
possibly.
I don't think we need a female version of anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why reboot anything to be just a female version? We've seen that with the Ghostbusters, and that did not go well.
Yes, everything. What was the other one? The Ocean's 8. Female.
That was bad.
Yeah, and that was bad. Yeah,
and not to like.
I didn't.
It's not about like women
I didn't
actors.
hate it, absolutely. Like I hated the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, no, I hated the Ghostbusters. No, Ocean's 8. I could fuck with that a little bit.
Yeah,
I watched it on TV one night. Never seen it before, and I was like, oh, all right, this isn't terrible.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't mad at it.
It's also Sandra Bullock.
For sure. Yeah. And I love Sandy.
I wasn't mad at it. I was just like, this is nowhere near the. I mean, first off, they had already done Ocean's 13, so they had already gone overboard with it, right? Like it was already, we're kind of over this. Now they're gonna redo it again with Ocean's 8, and it was just like, but it just happens to be all ladies. Like again, nothing wrong with lady actors. They're great. Anything that's, I mean, it's just you're anything that's being pushed for the sake of pushing an agenda, which is how it seems. I mean, I'm just give equal billing. Like, it's just unnecessary, I think.
That is my whole thing when it comes to anything like that, and I understand, right? Like, I understand when they come from a place of saying, like, yeah, we don't have many, and we know that like all black films have been successful, so it's not necessarily in that aspect of it.
Did you say all black films have been successful?
Have been, yeah.
What does that mean?
As of late, like the
all
Jordan Peele.
Black films have been successful, or films that are all black have
all
been
black
successful?
Cast. All black cast.
There are
like Tyler
films
Perry.
There are films. Not
cast.
every single one of them have been successful.
Okay.
Yeah. Not every
Like,
single
you
one.
know, all black movies,
Okay,
they all
yes.
fuck all the
There's
time.
definitely some
They kill it.
all black movies.
I'm not
that
a
have
fan
not been
of like the
successful.
Medea and all
Yeah,
that
no,
bullshit.
same.
No, that shit sucks.
But they make money.
But they make
They make
money.
a lot of
correct.
money.
But
They are
and, you know,
successful.
we're thinking like Jordan Peele movies. You know, he's said it. Like we've already seen all those other ones. So
Spike Lee joints.
We're gonna be Spike Lee joints, whatever. But like, I am more of I'm a fan of if we're gonna be like, especially because like these movies seem to be on the heels of we're remaking this, but you know what? We're gonna remake this to be an all female. Like why? Just make a good fucking movie. Just make a good movie. And sure, if the protagonist is female, throw a guy in there that's not just a bumbling fucking idiot to take place of, to make fun of the fact how, what the woman used to be or whatever in these films. Just write a good movie and cast it correctly, whether they be Latino, whether they be male, female, trans, whatever. Pick the right fucking person for the job and make a good movie. Yeah. I think we dropped the ball when we tried to say exactly that. Like all female cast.
With Crims Hemsworth as the bumbling
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Right. And he was the best part of that movie, which is sad.
Yeah. Although the Little Mermaid haters are gonna come at you for this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're
for this take.
and even with that, they already said like they had an audition, and she by far blew everyone the fuck out of the frame when it came to singing the songs.
Right.
Correct.
I mean, she's one half of what was it? She was in the group, right? City Girls or some shit, right?
Is she in City Girls? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not familiar.
She
with
was
City
in
Girls.
some maybe it was not City Girls. Her and her sister.
Yeah,
were
yeah,
a
they're
group.
singers.
Yeah,
and
they were
I
like
want to say they were
signed
part
by,
of Disney.
They were like signed by fucking Beyonce. Like
yeah. Chloe and Haley Bailey.
yeah, they're a fuck. I can't remember what their group name was, but they were signed by fucking Beyonce, and Beyonce doesn't
Right.
sign anybody. You know what I mean? You got to be like Beyonce level to be signed by Beyonce, and so like. It's not a shocker that she blew everyone the fuck out in the auditions with the vocal performance.
Correct.
Word.
And because of that, she got that role because she blew everyone the fuck out of
And
pure
she's a
talent.
better actress.
Yes, and everybody and everyone is just pretty much hung up on the fact that she's just black, you know? And it's like I don't know. There's a fine line when it comes to all of that, and I'm all for it. If that is the perfect person for that role, great. But as far as like nobody wants to see a Pirates of the Caribbean spinoff, all female cast spinoff. No one wants that. No one wants to see that. I don't even want to watch any of the.
I won't say no one, but there's not a clamor.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct. But I don't even want to watch another Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Do they ever take female-led
Agreed.
movies and remake them with male casts like they do with male movies, or they try to recreate that same magic? Like, is there like a Charlie's Angels where all the angels are dudes out there, and they're like, "Hey, let's see if this will work." Like, why don't they go the opposite way? I don't understand that.
Because
maybe we
I
need
was
some more
gonna
of that.
ask, what are the female-led movies out there? And I guess
That's
Charlie's Angels is probably like
Right.
one of the.
All the
only.
female-led movies out there are probably some spin-off of some male-led vehicle that was out there. I can't think of anything that goes the other way.
let's get a Kill Jill.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it's a dude going
Yeah.
to kill some chick.
Yeah.
That would be weird. People would hate that shit. They're like, what's his problem? He's so much stronger than her. Why is
Dude's
she
going to
got...
kill his mom.
Yep.
Ugh.
Kill
See,
Jill.
this is the kind of shit we would run into. That's why they don't even fucking bother.
You're
Waste
right.
of fucking time.
And then they'll respond, "We don't need that because we've seen that before."
Right.
We saw the female Ghostbusters.
God.
And how did that fucking work
That
out?
shit was hot garbage. And I'm not saying that because it was female led.
No,
I'm
it's
saying
just
that
bad.
because the
No,
movie
it's
in
just poorly
general was
written.
hot fucking
Yeah, it was
garbage.
just a bad movie.
Even Kristen Wiig, who I love.
Who was
just
the other
could
one?
not
Who
see
There are
it.
some
was
great,
supposed to be the
like-
quote unquote comic relief of that?
I mean, they were all
The idiots, like the one that was kind of the nerdy one, the nerdy one.
McCarthy.
Oh, what's her
was
face
it Melissa
from-
McCarthy in it?
Melissa
Yeah,
McCarthy?
she was in there. But I'm talking about the nerdy look.
Yeah,
she's this
what was their
SNL
fucking-
cast
yeah,
member.
She's
I don't
she's
find
really
her
funny. No, she is funny.
I don't
dude.
find her
She's-
funny.
You got to see the sketch of her making Ryan Gosling. Have you seen that?
I'm sure.
Ryan
I'm sure
Gosling
she has some stuff, but in that movie, she blew.
I can't think of her name, but yeah, no, she's funny.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon, thank you.
I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of Kate McKinnon. I don't find her funny.
I do find her.
Oh,
I'm
I
sure.
like Kate
I'm sure there are
McKinnon.
some skits.
I like Kate McKinnon and quite a few things, but in that movie specifically,
Yeah, she was horrible in
I
it.
hated
Yeah,
her character. I did not like her at all in Ghostbusters. I
Correct.
really thought
That's really
Yeah.
my point.
They
I
wrote
did
it
not
poorly
like
for
in that
her.
movie.
Yeah. But I'm going to send you guys that SNL sketch where she makes Ryan Gosling lose it. Like, he breaks like 80,000 times during the sketch, and he's like in tears, bro. And she just keeps fucking going with this. It's so funny. Oh, I love it.
Moving on. Anywho, all right. So I guess it's been confirmed that that the next Spider-Man live-action TV universe from Sony and Amazon is going to be Silk, Spider Society, which is going to be based around. I want to say she's a female spider a female variant of Spider-Man.
not
Let's
Gwen
see.
Stacy.
What's up?
Not Gwen Stacy.
Not Gwen Stacy, no. But it's
Sony
Spider
and
Society, so
Amazon.
it's a whole.
What a
let's
fuck
see.
you to Disney.
Somebody was freed back into the. I don't know anything about Silk, but Silk, I guess it says based on characters created by Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos. Silk Spider Society is inspired by the Marvel Comics. Korean American woman bitten by the same spider that bit Peter Parker as she escapes imprisonment and searches for her missing family on her way to becoming superhero known as Silk.
What did we just fucking talk about? Literally 2 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. I mean, this
I
isn't
mean,
this,
it's
but
at
this
least
isn't
based on a comic.
Yes, this is
That's
based
fair.
on a comic, and
That's
it's not saying it's an all-female cast.
She's not Peter Parker.
Right. She's not Peter Parker.
Correct. Yeah.
This is just
Petra
another
Parker.
story. Yeah. So
Pietro Parker.
so we will see
And
like
she's not
Peter Parker.
Spider-Man either. She's
Right.
Silk, right?
Correct.
She's
yes.
Spider-Man with a pussy.
From what I understand, this
Or
is
Andrew
gonna be,
Garfield.
From what I understand, this is going to be a group. I like Andrew Garfield.
I do too. I don't know why I said that.
Cindy Moon.
But I guess it's going to be tied into the Spider-Man universe story with Sony. So, I mean, I'm down for it. I'd love a new story. We don't need the Peter Parker story rehashed in another fucking way.
Where does this air?
Yeah.
It's at Amazon. So,
Amazon?
So more than likely
Yeah,
Prime.
Amazon. That's strange.
Weird.
That's
What a
Big
smorgasbord
fuck you to
Amazon
Disney.
is collecting.
I like the
of
outfit,
random
though.
Bullshit.
I'm
They're not
looking at
consistent.
the costume. It looks dope. I like the I'm looking at like people that
Yeah.
have cosplayed as her. Looks dope.
Titties look
Gonna be
dope.
cool.
Korean American.
I mean, just regular. I mean, it's Korean American, so you know they're not giant.
Okay. It's very submissive.
Yeah. I didn't say that. It's a more recent 2014 is when it was created. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah.
So I guess still kind of
Mm-hmm.
say kind of woke, right?
It's trying.
Or whatever. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with
give
it
it a
because
shot.
it can definitely bring in the
I don't know,
different.
those Amazon shows though, but
It'll
Yeah.
bring in.
maybe they're hit
It'll
or
bring
miss.
in Peter Parker. It'll bring in like a bunch of other different Spider-Men. It's just pulling
But
together.
which Peter Parker?
The what?
Which Peter Parker?
And that's where we don't know.
Like, are they gonna?
An
Because it's
irrelevant
it's
Peter
Sony.
Parker.
It
it's
says
It's a Sonyverse.
it's Sony who owns still all of Spider-Man. It says here that Cindy Moon is Earth 616, which is our Earth, right?
Yeah.
So that means they
Tom
would
Holland?
have to bring in Tom Holland if Peter Parker is going to be a part of this, right?
That would make sense. Yeah.
That would.
I think it would be more of a
interesting to
cameo.
have Tom Holland on an Amazon
show for a Sony. Yeah.
I don't think it would be an Amazon show though. I think it would be the show is going to be about Silk, and then like I guess
you
they're
think,
they're
in
like
a
teams.
future Spider-Man movie. They would.
They
do a
can
team up?
possibly bring her in.
What about Venom?
Yeah, that's. I don't think that Venom takes place in 616.
It'll be what's his face? Topher. It'll be Topher Grace
It'll be
Venom. They're
Topher.
gonna bring back.
I was just having that conversation with someone at a family, my girl's family's thing, because they're like fans of all the shit that we talk about, supposedly, right? But when and he was actually hyping up the fact that he enjoyed Venom, and he was like, "Yeah, I really want Tom Hardy to come back as Venom because I like that Venom. You know me. I'm in my head. I'm like, motherfucker, no. But
Don't get him started.
and then I was like, yeah, but the end credit scene alluded to the fact that he is not going to be Venom in the MCU. He's like, what do you mean? Like, did you not see the fucking scene where he got put back to where he came from and the symbiote stood in the MCU's timeline by itself, a piece of the symbiote? No.
Blew his
Dude,
mind.
what the fuck were you like?
Yeah.
Do you not?
Venom is.
You've
gonna
seen
be
these movies
football
before.
is
Do
life
you not
guy.
sit there for the fucking end credits? No.
That's
What
a
the
thing?
fuck? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that means we're getting a whole new Venom for the MCU, and that was the whole reason for him even being sucked into that world, just to say, nope, we don't want you here.
Peace.
You think so though?
Yeah.
Do you think? I don't know. I agree with you on what you're saying, on how they left it behind. So it would make sense that someone else would be Venom, but at the same time, Sony still owns Venom.
Yeah, but they have to.
Like
they have to
Disney
work
can't.
with-
Just
They have
like
to work with
make
the
another
MCU
Venom.
about that. No, yeah. So Sony would absolutely love if Marvel Studios gave them just something else other than, because if Sony had their way, Tom Holland would have been in those movies. One of the Spider-Men would have been in those movies, but he was not.
Right.
They tried to market it as much as they could to make it seem like Spider-Man was in that universe, and none of that shit came out in the fucking movie. Because Marvel Studios knows we are not, like, we have this whole thing, but we are not, like, our universe and your universe that you're fucking building is completely different. And they've made that very fucking clear. So we've already worked this out, and we just need to figure. So they pulled the wool over our eyes where they thought, you know, we saw that whole shit at the end of Venom 2, and we were like, holy shit, he's being sucked into the MCU. And then no, that was all just to be like,
Psych.
nope, we just want that Venom. Yeah, we just, like, it's in the it's a multiverse. Cool, you could be here, but yeah, they literally like paid Tom Hardy however much just to show up in this big ass movie and be like, oh, I've just been sitting here the whole time, and then get sucked right back.
Eating frozen tater tots.
Right. So I don't know, man. They're not doing that. They're not biting on that. And I love Tom Hardy. I'm not a fan of that. I'm happy they're not going with that.
Hopefully not.
But we might get Topher Grace.
Maybe.
Not as the main Venom, not
Right.
as the main Venom, but as a callback.
I'd fuck with that. Fuck's he doing?
Nah,
Yeah, he's
I
not
don't
doing
fuck
shit.
with that.
He'd be happy. He's waiting for that phone call.
Yep.
I do not fuck with that at all.
You don't like Topher Grace?
Not as
I
Venom.
didn't think he was bad.
As Venom? No, I don't want to remember that he played Venom at any point in time.
Eric
He's the
Foreman.
only other Venom.
It's true.
I know. I don't want to
I,
remember.
I want no part of it. He's
Well,
drinking to forget.
technically, he and what's his name is they were both Venom in that last movie. But anyway,
Oh yeah. Well, was he Venom
nah, he was
or
just
was he just Black Spider-Man?
yeah, I guess. I mean, technically, Miles Morales is Black Spider-Man, but let's not talk.
True that.
That's fair.
All right, last
Like a
thing I
Rican
have
Spider-Man.
here. Last piece of news that I have here is Joseph Quinn, man. He's really going off of his Stranger Things fame from this past season, and it's coming out that he's actually going to he's going to keep it going with a Quiet Place spinoff, which
Really?
I'm down for that.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
watch
like
anything that
a
dude does
prequel?
Yeah, day one. So
Day
it's going to be
one.
of the outbreak.
When it
And
first starts.
It's starring him and Lupita.
Lupita. That's dope.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I'll be
Yeah,
down for that.
that's gonna be
Oh,
tight.
so he's not a young Jim.
A young Krasinski?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, I think it's
Just
a separate.
another cast of characters that are there in
Yeah.
the early days. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
'cause-
whatever that Walking Dead spinoff was from when it first started. You know how they did that whole
Yeah.
thing? I feel like it's going to be
Right,
like
right.
that.
Okay. I fuck with
Which
that.
is cool.
He's
yeah,
good.
different
I like him.
story. He is
I
very
like
good.
Lupita.
Yeah, there's still going to be it says there's still going to be a formal third installment of the Abbott family saga
Okay.
Okay.
where it
There's gotta
continues
Oh,
their
wait a
story,
minute.
but this is going to be a spin-off where it's like the how it all started.
Kind of like the Purges. I feel like they did something similar with the Purges where they did their whole
Yeah.
thing and then they went back and then they jumped forward. But Quiet Place is
But
better
it
than the Purges.
loses some of the gravitas of the story when you start dipping too far into it.
Yeah, it depends on how long they're separated because the first two were great. And it's been a while
were.
now. So whatever comes out, the third installment would be dope. But yeah, I get what you're saying because like even like the Purge first one was dope, and then now it just became
Yeah.
like a Fast and the Furious.
got,
Thing. Like
like,
I stopped
Frank
watching
Grillo
after
and
like
shit,
3 or
like
4.
The Frank Grillo Purge, yeah. Actually, I watched
don't-
that one not too recently. It was on TV, and honestly, it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was what you would expect
Not
from a Purge
terrible,
movie.
but it's
No,
just
they
like,
weren't.
No,
all
yeah.
right.
But it was the homie Frank Grillo doing his
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, I'm gonna run and watch it as soon as I leave here.
You mean you
Was
haven't
that
watched
like
it yet, though?
the political one?
I didn't know Frank Grillo was in it.
No, I don't think that was
There was
the
one that was
came
very
out.
like Trumpian.
Yeah, that was. I think that came out like during the last election. I feel like, or sometime
think so.
around then.
Actually, I think I did see the.
I think I
Frank
feel
Grillo
like
one.
I've seen them
I
all,
did watch that.
which is
Yeah,
weird because
at
I
some
don't
point.
like the Purge.
I
And
definitely
somehow
haven't
I've
seen them all.
yeah,
Frank Grillo, I think I did see the Frank Grillo one where it was like it ventured out, right? It was just like,
yeah. The dude
Wow.
opened up that truck with the big fucking 50 cal, and it was just
Yeah.
fucking.
That was the last one I-
It was kind of dope. Now
That
that I
was the
think
last
about
one
it,
I
I'm
saw.
not gonna lie. It was kind of tight.
Matter of fact, maybe I'm gonna go back on that.
I remember watching it and being like, "Oh
that had to
shit!"
be the second one because the first one, it was Kevin Bacon. They were all in their house.
That was Ethan Hawke.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Ethan Hawke. They were in their house and everything was isolated to their
Right.
home.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the very next one, it ventured out into the streets, and it was like a fam or someone who was trying to get home to their family during and then the Purge,
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
their car breaks down or some shit, and then they're
Those
trying
were
to make
both
it
good.
through.
Yeah.
And Frank Grillo was like the dude who was like who fucks
Yes.
out there like
Yeah.
killing people
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. Okay,
He was like
no,
the commando.
That was the last
But
one.
that
I saw.
wasn't his movie.
No,
Then
he
there
was just a
like
character
a
in there.
fourth or fifth one that like went back to
Day
Frank
Oh,
Grillo
one
as
or
being
something.
The
Yeah,
main.
there was another. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
like
good
it's
on that.
confused. That timeline is fucked. I don't know how that goes, but yeah, those
don't get
they weren't terrible. I fuck with those more than the Fast and the Furious movies, probably.
I'm notorious for
be true, too.
whatever reason bringing up Frank Grillo. So
That's
we
your
always
man.
get that thing like, yo,
That's your
but I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw that Lamborghini on the Plex. I saw Lamborghini. I was like, oh, there's a movie about Lamborghini. I saw starring Frank Grillo. I was like, ugh, I don't think I want.
Yeah, that kills it. That kills it.
I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, Frank Grillo.
Okay,
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I'm like, still not
rocking
gonna watch
those
that,
B
though.
movies.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Do you think Frank Grillo is the modern day Eric Roberts?
Ooh.
Right? Where you know who
I'm
he
gonna
is.
say yes.
But it doesn't
gonna
necessarily
say
mean
yes.
you want to watch the movie because he's starring in it.
I could see that. I'm trying to think of
I'm
any
gonna
other
say yes. Yeah.
B action movie stars. I feel like there's a better one. I just can't.
I'm sure.
I
yeah.
can't place it. I'll think of it though. I'll text
They're
it
just
to the
so
chat.
similar, those two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
we're
sure.
not we're not making it a point to remember who the B movie the B stars are. If I'll tell you one thing, streaming has blurred that line.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
whereas before it was very clear. It's like you're not in theaters, but you were popping up on Cinemax midday. Those are B movies. You know, Cinemax, HBO midday.
Tom Berenger.
Yeah, Tom Berenger.
is
Yeah,
another
there you
good
go.
one. Fucking Substitute.
Yep.
My man.
Oh, The Substitute
Yes.
was the shit though.
Yeah, it was. That's tight.
Yeah. All right, that's all I had. But I did want to talk to you guys about. I had the opportunity to watch Wednesday. I saw Wednesday, went through the whole series.
Damn.
Yeah, because when my girl's into it, she wants to watch.
Finished it already.
Yeah, finished it.
Shit. Oh, it's
Now you
Netflix,
watched an
right?
episode or two.
It's Netflix, yes.
Okay, so that's all
So
at once. Okay.
The entire thing dropped. So yeah, when that happens, my girl is just like, I want to watch
Binge it.
another Wednesday episode, and I just entertained it, like whatever.
Sure. Keeps
Like
you
I
busy.
told you, like we haven't seen. Well, she hasn't seen the latest episode of Peripheral, but I didn't. And I'm just like, and then when she wants to go back to it, fuck it, I'll watch it again. But
Yeah.
in that episode,
That's not a bad thing either.
No.
But no, Wednesday. So it was a good series. It was a good show. 8 episodes. Like I think we talked about it in the group chat. It wasn't what I expected because it was more of a whodunit, right? She goes off to a school where that her parents went to back in the day, and she's now forced into this school setting where she lives there and blah blah blah. So it's very much a whodunit. And I wasn't expecting that. There's a mixture. It's more of a dramatic tone with like some little,
Dark humor.
yeah, the dark humor. It's more of the humor where she says these quirky things and you're just like,
Yeah.
very Wednesday Addams-esque humor.
It's a little Tim Burton-y.
Yeah, Tim Burton-y. Yeah, exactly. So that threw me for a loop. The whole, remember when I was all caught up on her, what's his name playing Gomez Adams or whatever?
Luis Guzman.
Luis Guzman, yes.
Your favorite?
They are in the show, couple episodes, obviously, but not big enough for it to be annoying.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and
Just
even
sprinkle 'em in
then,
there.
like I was expecting, like I wanted it to be the comedy thing where it's like slapstick, what we know Addams Family to be, and that was not the presence. It definitely was a different take, but I don't.
Addams
hate it.
Family
It
was
wasn't
not
bad.
really slapstick. is
Kind
it?
of.
Kind of.
It's
Like,
the
I remember
Munsters is more
the
slapstick
baby.
than
Remember in the
Addams
movies,
Family.
the baby getting like hit up to the plane and shit? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
kind of
you're
weird
right, yeah.
bullshit.
That was the
movies.
movies, and even the
Yeah.
sitcom
movie
back in
style,
the days. But the sitcom back in the days was Laugh Track, and a lot of that slapstick stuff. So but here the star was the family were definitely ones that were sprinkled in throughout the episodes, but it's mainly a whodunit. She's trying to solve a mystery that's going on in this school, and it's a little bit darker. Jenna Ortega is fucking fine as hell.
yeah.
So everyone's finding themselves like being in love with fucking Wednesday Addams. It's crazy because she's like 20 something years old and she's playing a 16-year-old.
Right.
But
Looks mad young.
yeah, she does look mad young, but she is definitely in her 20s.
Yes.
So
Can confirm.
Yes, I've confirmed.
Has she
this.
been in anything else prior?
She was
only
in
thing-
You.
Oh, was she in You?
She was the
yeah.
young Hispanic chick neighbor,
I don't know
and I think
what she did.
season 2 or 3. I don't remember.
She was
lived in the
also-
apartment.
in the latest Scream.
I didn't see the latest Scream.
I did
Didn't
see the
watch
latest
that
Scream.
either.
She was the young girl. I think she gets killed first.
Nice.
I want to say,
Spoiler
was in
alert.
Jane
or not
the
even killed.
Virgin.
She gets attacked first. But she was, yeah, and so she's becoming a Scream queen right now because she's part
dark.
of these darker shows.
see it.
She was in Jane the Virgin for 5 years.
Damn.
She was on a Disney Channel show for 2 years. And she's the voice of Elena of Avalor.
Oh, that's interesting.
She's the voice of Princess Isabel. I haven't watched any Elena of Avalor, but I'm imagining I will watch a lot of that.
I have 2 daughters. I have not. I know who that is because my daughter's dressed up and like I purchased stuff that she's liked from the character, but she doesn't watch her shows.
The Fallout? I don't know that movie. Teen drama.
Either way, the series, I just wanted to preface it that it's not like slapstick humor, the comedies that we know
a little
about.
bit different.
It's
They
a little bit,
switched it
just
up.
a tiny bit darker. It's very Tim Burton, but not all in your face Tim Burton where it's like overpowering. Maybe because Johnny Depp is not a part of it. But all in all, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show.
I'm gonna fuck with it at some point. I saw the trailer for it. It
Yeah.
looked funny.
I'm definitely going to find some time for it.
Dark.
Yeah, it was good, and a lot of people are really fucking with it right now. People are praising it. They really enjoy it. Yeah, it was good.
Word. Fuck with it. I'm fuck with it.
Sweet. Do we have anything else to add to this stellar conversation?
No, I think we touched on all my
No.
shit.
All right. Well then,
That's it.
all right. No one else has anything
Nah,
to say.
we Gucci.
No.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to our show. If you made it this far, you fuck with us, so that means we fuck with you.
Fucking with you.
All right. Remember, if you are listening on audio, give us that 5-star rating on your favorite app. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a review. Tell us what you like about the show.
Facts.
Also, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Subscribe to us if you have not. Give us a comment on the episodes that you watch because we love to hear from you. And if you want to cop some merch, we got some dope gear at insensitivemerch.com. Stay drippy with Drippy. Other than that, guys, we appreciate you.
Fucks with y'all.
We are thankful for you. Peace.
Peace.